Hello, everybody. Charlie looks very different today. So do I. Fun story. We were awake because Charlie's just moved into a new place in London. To this week, and we were just sorting everything out because I'm having to run the stream this week because Charlie's internet is not very good to be able to run this stream. So Charlie, he will be with us, but we will awake till the early hours trying to get everything sorted. And yeah, he's slept in anyway. So I have him joined by the lovely Rebecca. Until that is there, Rebecca, how are you doing today?
I'm okay. How are you?
Yes, I'm not bad. You were called into action about 10 minutes before we
I
went
was.
live.
I was, but I'm here. I'm here
You're
and I'm
here.
ready.
Yeah. We do start the match in 15 minutes, and I'm completely unprepared for everything, so I'm going to have to just basically be updating on the fly as we go on. So if you came to tune in and you see that we haven't got like team sheets and everything, it's fine. We'll blame Charlie this week for bad internet. Anyway, if you could read the starting lineups whilst I try to get sorted, that would be
Can
fantastic.
indeed, Tom. Okay, so Fabianski,
Excellent.
Chica, Balbrena, Ogbonna, Cresswell, Masuaku, Rice, Suchek, Fornals, Bowen, and Antonio. So unchanged.
Unchanged. Okay. What's the bench looking like? Has Ben Rahman made the bench?
Benrahma hasn't made the bench.
He hasn't.
He hasn't made the bench. So does that mean he didn't make and pass the fitness test, or has he just been chosen not to be put on the bench?
I will leave those comments out for a moment.
Yeah, we've got Randolph, Fredericks. So Fredericks is back.
Okay.
Diop, Noble, Lanzini, Yarmolenko, and Hilaire. So Hilaire is back as well.
So who comes back onto the bench then this week that wasn't? So Allaire and Fredericks on the bench. So
Hilaire and Fredericks are back on the bench.
okay, okay. Hang on, people. Hello. Sorry again. Can I talk to you out about my problems? I mean, you can try. You can try. Right. Hang on. I'm attempting to. Rebecca, please tell me the Man City lineup as we go as well, as I try and get everything sorted here on my end.
Hang on, I actually do think Charlie's ready.
You think he's ready?
I know he's ready because I'm being told.
Okay, Charlie's ready. We're going to attempt a seamless transition, everybody. This is definitely not going to go well, but I thank you so much for staying with me for a moment. And
You are welcome. And chat, I apologise. Someone much better is about to appear.
okay, thank you, Rebecca. Okay, love you. Bye. Hello.
There he is. Let's do this.
Is this is a, it's a seamless transition? Welcome. We are live. So.
Hello.
Are you okay?
Listen, I'm ready. Better late than never is how I would describe it. How are you?
Yeah, I'm not bad. I'm not bad. Obviously I was a little panicked before we started because I was worried that I wasn't gonna be able to set this up right, and then my partner in crime disappeared.
You know, look, these things happen. I'd like to thank Rebecca for being better than me. But that's fine. That's fine. I don't actually know the lineup, so I'm gonna go check that
Yeah,
now.
yeah. Rebecca was just running through those with me. You are getting an early view of Maisie here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to try and just like again as we speak. I'm just going to get the sub count and the whatchamacallit up. The time for everybody. Because I did leave my computer on last night. And then it just decided to switch itself off, Charlie. So yeah, I'm very annoyed with that. So everything that I did have saved last night, guys, is no longer working. But anyway, how
Sorry,
are you?
I'm alright. I'm good. I'm good. I don't know why I said this to you before. But for some reason, this game is not as scary to me. Like, and it's not like I've seen a lot of people. For example, I watched the preview earlier in the week about the idea of Man City losing their fear factor and stuff like that. It's not even necessarily because of that, although there is definitely an element of that. I can't lie about it. It's the tactics thing. I've said this. I will keep banging on about it, but for some reason, it's just I don't know. It's just not as scary. I've just seen our lineup, which is about as predictable as it's ever going to be. So fair play. It's about as predictable as it's going to be. Bench is interesting. Bench is interesting, isn't it? No Ben Rama.
Yeah, Yeah, I seen that. Sorry, chat, if you're seeing me customise things in the background. I do apologise. You see the clock start and everything.
While you do that, I'll start talking. Yeah, the bench is interesting. The fact that there's no Ben Rama on there. I know David Moyes said during the week that he's in no rush to include him, and David Moyes is obviously one of those people who is very slow moving in that way. He is not someone who's ever going to be rushed into bringing people in. We know this. He's done it many times over. We've seen it with new people. We saw it with Bowen didn't go instantly, and I think Souček did, but he was forced to go in. But so I knew he wouldn't start. I was about 1,000% certain he wasn't going to start. But to see him not even on the bench is a bit of a surprise. However, I mean, the starting team is the starting team. I think you could have made an argument for it to be changed given how badly we started against Spurs. I think you could have made that argument. However, I don't think anyone really suspected that much for it to change. The only thing I think people would have gone.
Sorry, again, we are adjusting things on the fly here because it's a little bit different today. How do I make the score, the timer, a little bit bigger? Because at the minute it's a single bar, and I just want to make it a little bit bigger.
So the way I do it is I crop it down and then
Just
click and drag it up.
Okay, right, yeah. So
the only thing. Yeah, any more questions? Let me know. The only other thing I would say is there were certainly arguments to be made for Lanzini starting, and I think that was one of the things. If you were going to change the lineup, as he finds the Man City Twitter account, if you were going to change the lineup at all, I think the argument would have been to include Lanzini because of obviously his winner. I think he could have made arguments to include Yarmolenko as well. To be honest,
yeah.
But I mean, it's not. You know, we know this team. The team works. I think the first half against Tottenham. It was bad. It was bad. Like they weren't fully functioning. I think they obviously grew into the game as it went on, but at the same time, it just is what it is. What do you think? What did you think?
Yeah, we're gonna just quickly. We're gonna have to probably do without the live sub count today. I'll just put a roundabout number, and I will put 100,000 subscribers.
We are massive.
Come on, you lions. We are massive. There you go. Just because I can't get that bit sorted, because otherwise because I only got one screen sorted. You're gonna see all of the Hammers Chat analytics, and I probably wouldn't go down the best with Geo. So we're just gonna I'm just gonna leave that off today, and we will in fact have a near enough number to how many subscribers we have, and that is 100,000.
That's fair enough. Whereas I'm looking at City.
Do you have the chat open? What's the chat with us today?
I do. I'd like to welcome everyone from the chat, actually. Welcome, everyone. We have someone who's better than me, Rebecca. Thank you, Rebecca. Shout out to Aaron McDermott, Abdu Akibar, Ads HD, Fo Sheezy, shout out to the boy. Jamie Green, Jeffrey Stelly, John Shaws, John Kernow, Lincoln Harper, Richie Von Rock, Seaside Hammer, the Pocky Punk. Hello, everyone. These are the people who just sent messages very briefly as well.
Yes, hello, chat. Hello.
So let's see, what are the chats saying? Fo Sheezy, £5.
Oh, thank you.
CW and Stan, I missed you guys. Thank you, Fo. Appreciate it. We missed you too. I mean, we speak, to be fair. So, but you're an absolute legend, you know. Let's see, what else everyone else saying? Also, I'm very lucky that you pulled me in when you did, and told me we were live, because about 10 seconds before, I was the topless one.
Oh, interesting.
So, you know what it's like. You know what it's like before streams with me and you. We usually try to change it.
One of us is usually topless, and 9 times out of 10, it's usually me. I'm not gonna lie, it's usually me, as you can probably guess, everyone. Dear me, I tell you what. The energy levels compared to last week when everything was working.
I'm here for it. I'm ready.
I'm gonna wake up as we go. I'm now alone this week as well, so I don't have I have a dog I have a dog to look after. So if we score, unfortunately, she's going to go a bit nuts. So I do apologise in advance. I'm banking on the fact that we're actually going to score, which is very positive of me. I do appreciate what Gio was saying though this week. Like for me as well, I get why he says there's no fear factor around City at the moment. But I think, I completely agree with it because it's although there are world class players in City's team, it's not the City of what it was a couple of years ago. Especially like that defence, it just feels unrecognisable how poor they are. Who would have said like a few years ago the best player in that defence now would be Kyle Walker? Yeah, it's quite.
It's a wild statement to make. I mean, when he was put as like the extra centre back one time, I was like, what? But he sort of has been stepping up to the plate a lot more than I think I would ever have even imagined. Because to be honest with you, before the last 2 seasons, well, before even the Euros, I guess, I looked at Kyle Walker and I was like, or the World Cup or whatever it was. I was like, I'd look at him and I'd be like, fine. Like, he's obviously super quick and good going forward, but at the back, I was always like, I just don't vibe it. Yeah. Now you look at it, you're like, bloody hell, Kyle Walker, what a boy. I mean, there are certain people you look at as Pep having sort of worked wonders on, and he's definitely one of them. I mean, to an extent, you could even make the argument about Fabian Delph, who had at one point just an unbelievable run, despite being Fabian Delph. But yeah, I mean, their lineup, looking at it, it's Manchester City, isn't it? The front line is terrifying.
Yeah, of course, it's always going to be like that, isn't it?
Yeah, and I mean, talk about I think about the idea of game changers, which, to be fair, we do sort of have people who can change our game on the bench this week. I mean, obviously, after it working so well last week, we could just make the argument for those people being game changers regardless. But Lanzini, Yarmolenko, Haller, big boys can do big bits. Even if say we are in the lead and we make a sub, and we bring on Mark Noble, I don't necessarily think that's necessarily a bad thing. Obviously, we don't. If you change, you have to change the system or whatever. But just get him in, do some 2-foot tackles. But I mean,
do you know what though? Like looking at that, the one thing that really worries me, and it's the same thing that really worries me about when watching Leeds last night when they come to us. Teams like a Leeds and a Man City specifically that just enjoy playing on those massive dimensions. Because don't forget, we've got like one of the biggest pitches, haven't we, in the Prem? It's quite to stream this device. You'll need to replace one of your other registered devices. Rebecca, help! All of a sudden, my stream with Big Dave's thing is now not working with devices because it's reached. Help me. It's got registered 5 of 5. I don't know what happened because I thought I was registered. So yeah, it's like the amount of space, and they love coming to play against us. That's the mad thing, is that they love. They do, because the space is so big that they can afford to be expansive and to be honest, when you have those those teams who do pass the ball around a lot, it does suit who play possession based football, who play sort of with a lot of possession. It helps style of football.
Yeah, it helps because it means they can actually stretch the team as much as humanly possible. They can move it in a way that you wouldn't want to see otherwise, because they have that space, and it doesn't play into a team like us or David Moyes, because we're just we can't be chasing shadows for that long, because the pitch is so big that chasing those shadows takes 15,000 years. It's a bit of a nightmare, right? So it's frustrating because we know, like you say, we know that when they've come to face us. Sorry, I'm just signing into something. They know that when they've come, they've usually done very, very well against us. But we'll see. Salim Duad, welcome. Is Ben Rama going to play? No, he has not made the matchday squad, surprisingly. Salim, welcome everyone else in the chat. What are you lot thinking? Let us know. We're about 3 minutes from kickoff now.
As quickly, can we just appreciate, there was a lovely shot there for those of you that have BT Sport, and there's a lovely shot there of of Westfield and the greater London beyond. And shout out to all those people that have gone to Westfield Shopping Centre today to go watch the football in the cinema in Westfield, because you can do that. If you didn't know today, you can't go and watch the football in an expansive stadium, but you can go into the cinema in a crowded environment and watch the game today in Westfield Shopping Centre. So
I didn't know about that until this exact second in time. What the hell are you talking about?
so basically, there's you're allowed to go and watch the game in. They're charging you to go and watch the game in Westfield Shopping Centre, in the cinema area in Westfield Shopping Centre. I'm sorry, chat. I'm trying to wake up here. So you can go to the cinema in Westfield Shopping Centre and go and watch the game, and they'll charge you to watch the game, but you can't go into the stadium to go watch the game. If that makes sense.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I just didn't know you could watch it.
Yeah.
In the cinema, which is a bit wild. Why would you? When you can watch it with us right here on the Ham Utd Lockdown. We'll of course be live, Tom, until full time when Gonzo will go live with his review. We'll hit you over. You can all go across that. I'll spam the link this week. What a time to be alive! It will be me, it'll be Big Dog, spamming the link to go and join Gonzo. We'll give you a phrase and everything else, but we'll be live until then. So why would you want to go to a cinema, Tom? Is what I'm saying. Apart from all of the benefits you get.
You get popcorn at the cinema. You can get a Tango Ice Blast at the cinema, but you can can also get those at the London Stadium. So in fact, why would you go?
Yo, low key, just real quick, you can get a Tango Ice Blast at the London Stadium.
No, you can't. I don't know why I said you could do that.
That would have made me very happy. Specifically, I do love the Tango Ice Blast. Also, one of the benefits of the way we've got this set up today, Tom, is I can actually go to our Discord without the entire stream.
Oh, yes. Sorry. If any of you are in need of a link today, don't forget, drop onto our Discord. Link should be in the description. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. Link is in the description. We've got match day stream links in there for you that I'm sure Ginger's kindly put up whilst we've been asleep. And they will be perfect for you if you need them. So yeah, come in, come get involved, and you can join in with lots of other West Ham fans and Premier League fans. Over 350 of you in there, I think now, and also as well, don't forget, best time to join us on Patreon is now as well. Again, because of it doing the stream from my account, there would be lots of fancy graphics coming up that Charlie have made, but unfortunately, I don't have those or the skills to be able to do that. So the link should be in the description. So thank you to all of you are there. Anyway, there is the Tartan Army Man. There he is. He's ready.
There is the Tartan Army Man. He's here. He's part of the Tartan Army. Those are his defining features. his ever-present nature and the fact he is from Scotland.
If I mute my mic in OBS, will you be able to hear me on the stream?
Yes.
You will?
Yes, you will. The only way to mute yourself on the stream would be to click on the mute button on the OBS thing for your exact input, for your audio input device, for your whatever your mic.
Right. I've started the timer, guys. Let's see how long it takes to cock up. But we are away. It is West Ham versus Man City in the Premier League. We are ready to go. Let's just hope we don't manage to cock it up from here, right? Anyway, do you have a stream?
No, I'm just figuring that out.
Okay, alright, that's fine. I'm just going to quickly go and blow my nose. This is quite disgusting because I don't want to sit here and do it in front of my thing. And we don't have a single one screen. So enjoy some Maisie time.
Maisie is here, everyone. Welcome. I don't know which side because I'm completely out of sorts because this isn't even my usual place. It's my usual house. So I'm 10,000% out of sorts. So you're here with a guy who's not watching the game doing the watch along right now. I'm trying to figure that side of it out. But let's just appreciate Maisie. I mean, is it Maisie short? That's a question we need to ask ourselves. Let's just have a quick look, shall we? Oh, you can see the butt of Maisie. What time to be alive, everyone. What time to be alive. So, like I say, welcome, everyone. Who is here? Rebecca, Maisie is also a better host. Listen, Maisie is a better host than all of us combined. She is the... What I was going to say there, I was going to pick host and just say it, but I didn't know one that everyone universally agreed was good. She's the Laura Woods of Ham Utd, is Maisie. Absolute beast of a host. Boothammer, let's go, boys. Welcome, Boothammer. Yeah, shout out to everyone who joined. What I read out was the like participants part of the chat, which is just everyone who's spoken in the last 2 minutes or something. So, for example, I need to say welcome to Athens 32, Boothammer, Kieran James, David Moyes himself. Hello, David. Henry Parker, welcome, my bro. Aliens J, Jamie Green, Jeff, like John Kernow, Salim Duad, Sir Stony of Bow, Walid. Welcome, people.
Hello.
So Jeffrey Stelly says, Charlie, your current facial hair length is the sweet spot.
The sweet spot.
Tom, opinion. Let's talk about my facial hair live.
Your facial hair right now, tis adorable the way it is. I think you look beautiful either way, but I also do like it. The short combo, or the short hair beard combo. I've told you this in the past.
Yeah. I appreciate it.
You're a beautiful man otherwise. Sorry, I just realised you can also take charge again of the stream, because...
That's right.
Please do. And I have everything up capable. I'll let you be the man.
Hello everyone. To me, being the man, like Becky Lynch before me, this is what happens when I'm in control. Wrestling references. So I'm just browsing for links. You know how I do.
You've not used Ginger's links in the thing.
I did. I couldn't get the thing to work properly, but
great advert for our Discord. Great advert.
No, I couldn't get it to work properly. It's got nothing to do with Ginger. Nothing to do with Ginger whatsoever. He's an absolute beast. We both know that. Yeah. Right. Let me pull the chat now. I've got the stream going. Oh mate, we're
Jeffrey Sully. You look absolutely clean and rugged and fit, a top lad.
Oh, listen.
Shout out a top lad. Shout out. Go subscribe to a top lad. Big videos, big streams coming.
I appreciate that. I don't think it's deserved after today, but I do appreciate it regardless. Let's pull you back up.
Which would also be an amazing time for me to bring up the fact it's the best time of the month to go subscribe to the Athens. No.
I thought you were going to say the Patreon, and I was going to say it's not the best time. I mean, people can subscribe to the Patreon if they wish. Of course, they always can. Hammerschat.com, patreon.com/hammerschat even. However, it's certainly not the best time to do it. But yeah,
link's not working yet on Discord.
Do you know what, Stevie? I'll give Ginger a little message. I'll ask him what he's doing because I couldn't get it to work, but that's my stupidity usually. Also, CB, shout out. Yes, CB, my boy. Sorry, I just get hyped every time I see CB. I'll give Ginger a little message.
Yeah, if you have come over, I know there's a couple of you in here that may link's not working for me either. Yeah, don't worry, Charlie's gonna message Ginge. We'll get it sorted. Don't worry, guys. The links will be up and running soon. Don't worry. Fear not.
So can I get just a quick time check from you, please? Just to see how far behind I am.
4 minutes and 55 seconds.
Okay, 30 seconds behind.
Okay, well, it was to be expected because we're on BT Sport as well. I will say that.
Yeah, because you're watching it and I'm not streaming. It's just the way these things are, isn't it?
I'll tell you what though, Man City are... They've started the brighter already. Which is, again, to be expected. I hate it when City come here. Just genuinely, they love. Kresiak CZ on my channel is real stream. Well, do you know what? Well done. I'm just, yeah.
Don't worry, I'm already there. Don't worry.
Sorry, mate. See ya. I know you're not trolling, and you may have the thing on your live stream, but I'm too tired today to be dealing with that sort of stuff. I do apologise.
That's the attitude I'm here for. Listen, I appreciate you might not be trolling, but today I'm too tired. Farewell. I appreciate that.
City are they're dominating so far, aren't they? 6 minutes in and we've hardly seen possession of the ball, but hey, it's okay. Don't worry. We'll come into it. I'm pretty sure. But no, I know there's a couple of you here that actually have subscribed to me on YouTube this past week, the Athens 32 YouTube channel. I'm trying the daily content. We've got quite a few videos up there. So if you enjoy your FIFA content, I highly recommend go and check that out. I'm trying my best. Just type Athens 32 on YouTube, and I'm sure you'll find me. I will make you laugh, I promise.
So what I'll say is there's now a little working link in the Discord for the people. If you need one, there is one in the Discord. Link is in the top description, the top of the description.
Good. Kerry Fear, come on your minds. Hello. Stevie C, new link up and working in the Discord. Good man, Stevie. Thank you. I know
Stevie.
you are usually in and around our Discord every single match day, and he is an reliable source.
And reliable source, the X of Discord-based information.
We must press. Their defense is nothing special. Yeah, no, like I said, they're apart from Carl Walker, funnily enough, at the minute. Do you know what it is though, Charlie? I think it's because they lost Torre, they lost David Silva, they lost Company, they've lost those icons, haven't they? And I think it's those leaders, and they just I don't know, they don't. The only person in the team is Silva, Aguero, and Sterling, which isn't a bad three, but they're the only three that just strike the fear of God into me today. Obviously, De Bruyne if he was playing, but
if he comes off the bench,
yeah, it's just like defensively, I don't know. They're not the same team of old. As Jared Bowen is on the counter attack here.
They're not, but I think you feel that way about any team that's in transition like that. You know, I mean, you're starting to see the building blocks for the next side.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, replacing Aguero is going to be something. I mean, to be fair, Gabriel Jesus excuse me. Gabriel Jesus is an excellent striker.
Right,
yeah, I don't know why it just popped out there. Gabriel Jesus is obviously an excellent striker.
Jared Bowen's long throw
on the counter attack. Yeah.
Sorry. Welcome, one and all. Somebody said something just then. Clips. Today is a good day for a City horror show. That's a red card, but I'm too tired to care. Yeah, as I yawn whilst it's being said. I appreciate it. I do. What was Gonzo's PG version of Masuaku? That I'm keen to understand what that was.
Keen to understand.
What did he do?
Don't know, but I think you're starting to see the bit, like when you look at their backline, Ruben Diaz and Eric Garcia, for example. That could be like, if that works out the way City would hope, that could be a great backline in 2-3 years. Yeah, you know, it's not, but it's certainly not there yet.
Souček. Down to Jared Bowen, who accelerates beyond Joao Cancelo. Cots to the byline. It's a decent chance. We are going to get in behind there, and again, that's great. We're tracking back there from Vladimir Soufal, who wins the ball back off Raheem Sterling at the halfway line. Do you know what, though? That is genuinely really good to see, because we are going to get chances in behind Cancelo and Eric Garcia, because that defence does like to push forward. Now and again. It
does. That's one of the things you would look at and say that's a weakness of City, is they do, because of that.
You look at and go, potentially that's the area.
That is a weakness of City. It's because they push so far forward for the possession. Good tracking back, Jared Bowen. Not Jared Bowen, Soufal. I thought it was Jared Bowen. I just assumed because he wasn't slow. I don't know, how fast is Soufal? I haven't decided yet.
I feel like he has a turn of pace, 100%. Yeah, literally. I've seen him a couple of times now, and there are times when he wants to accelerate. He's not like Frederick's levels of pace, but he's got some speed to him. That boy, when he has a turn of foot, shall we say? Like a horse, he has a turn of foot.
Like a horse.
Like Frankel, he has a turn of pace. He uses a turn of foot to devastating effect. He dismisses his rivals with contempt.
Shout out to Adam. Yeah, no, I just haven't fully decided.
All comers, all ground, all beaten.
All beaten.
Sorry, that's a very famous Frankel line.
I know nothing about horse racing, but I have heard that piece of commentary before.
Yeah, Richard Hoyles is a very famous bit of Frankel's last race, because it was Cyrus de Zegler challenging him going down the last couple of furlongs. Cyrus de Zegler making him come of it or something like that. But Frankel, all comers, all ground, all beaten. Yeah. Anyway, back to football. Oh, sub bingo.
I was just going to say.
People mentioning sub bingo.
Before Jeffrey Steady and now Rebecca has started, I was going to mention it. First of all, Rebecca for £5. Thank you. We both know that's going on to Tom. So we'll say Jeffrey Steady's got 70. Rebecca has 75. Everyone else sub bingo. This is the game we play every week, of course, where we guess and we predict when David Moyes will make his first substitution. Early trend this week apparently is people saying in the 70s. Usually it's in the 80s. We've got an early one today, I think, because of the fact that
Okay, look again. I am in control of this today, people. So if you see me looking like a grandad, like where does that go? Where's that going there? I don't quite understand how that works. Yeah, it's because I'm in control today. Charlie is in a new place. If you can.
Yeah, I'm in a new flat. This is my new flat. So I don't really have the internet to be in control. I have the internet to be here, but I don't have the internet to be in control. So Tom is the man behind the cogs.
He's the kid behind the camera.
The kid behind the camera just steams and shit.
Can we just quickly shout out as well? Thanks to David Boyes for not picking Ben Rama for the bench when I was doing the graphics last night. I thought he's going to make the bench, so we'll put him on the thumbnail today. And yeah, it's not. Yeah, well done, Clips. You've rumbled me.
So sub bingo. We have Jeffrey Stelly with 70 minutes, Rebecca with 75, Sestoni of Bow with 82, Maxi wins Simmons with 70th. Keep your sub bingo coming in. Tom, what are you saying? Have you got any more faith that he's going to do it earlier this week?
No.
No, even though he did it ever so slightly earlier last week, not by much.
No. Yeah, but I don't know because again, I thought we should have made changes at half time, and we just didn't.
I mean, I agree with that. Yeah.
I was saying this to Charlie as well last night, chat. I was saying it during the Maxi wins Simmons. Hi, please can you shut me out? Hi, my dude. As another Man City corner. I love Marcelo Bielsa because he doesn't take any shit basically. And
he does not.
If there's something in the system that he doesn't like, then he will just go off you like you're done. Mm-hmm. It's a tough way to be, but I think it works because, like I said last night, they just weren't in that game in the centre of the park. You bring Jamie Shackleton, and all of a sudden, because Strujic that they were playing in the middle of the park because of Phillips' injury was not a natural defensive midfielder, but he saw that it wasn't working when it wasn't. If you can buy into the mentality of the team where it's like, I'm going to hook you, but it's nothing personal. It's just for the betterness of the team. It generally works, and it did work for them last night, and they were absolutely brilliant.
I think the thing is with the like the late subs is you can make the argument keeping the same side is. I think the argument about keeping the same side is like this idea of you get the team, your 11 really whirring. They get to really know each other. They get the maximum amount of time on the pitch. And they probably increase their fitness time after time. Yeah, it's so cheesy. Comes up to £2. 77th minute double sub Lanzini and Yarmolenko. Do you know, that's actually quite a strong shout. We'll go back to sub bingo properly in a second. That's actually quite a strong shout from Fo. I low-key want to steal it. I won't, but I low-key want to. Yeah, it also means their fitness levels go up because
you have a running total, Fo. It's not separate donations today.
Good luck keeping track of that. The idea of they'll get that match fitness, and I think there's something match fitness. But it's always nice to solve.
No, I tell you what though, I give him a lot of flack and stuff for his substitutions. Fair enough. I think they could have happened earlier than they did last week, but again, it's unfortunately, it is what it is. And he did make the right subs, but I felt like they were kind of coming too late. Maxi wins Simmons. We can't show the game, unfortunately. However, if you join our Discord in the description, there will be links to the game available in there. We can't obviously show the game on our stream because otherwise YouTube will take us down and remove this because it's against terms of service. So yes, but get involved in the Discord and you will find stream links in there for you as well, because there are people who are currently in this watch along and they can. There are people in this stream with our watch along, but are also watching our stream links on Discord and stuff. So yeah, get involved. Get involved.
I am one of them. He said, lying, because I'm watching it legally. No can do. That's Maxi Mucho illegal. Correct.
That is mucho illegal.
So, update on Sub Bingo. We have Irons J 62nd minute, James H 68th minute, both going. I mean, Irons J specifically, that's wildly early. I love that. He said 62nd minute because Moisey will have an epiphany. It's a bold play.
An epiphany. Good tackle there by Declan Rice. In behind Jarrod Bowen, who's picked it up again inside against Eric Garcia, and it's well defended. Now for a West Ham throw-in.
What do you think?
Bowen's looking very good early. I must say, he's every single time that we're getting forward, Jarrod Bowen is running the channel perfectly. And getting in behind here, as Souček has run that out of play. No, he's kept it.
Do you reckon?
Back across by Soufal into the box. Antonio overhead kick! Overhead kick!
Pardon?
And he's 1-0 to West Ham. Oh my word. The words Mikel Antonio and overhead kick have just happened in the same sentence. What a ball across that was. So, Souček, hang on, because Charlie is behind here. Pep Guardiola can't believe it. It's like the Lewandowski celebration all over again. We're just like that. So what happens here is the ball comes back out to Souček, who chases it down by the corner flag. He keeps it in play, passes it back to Soufal, who hits it first time across. Antonio uses his strength up against it. Looks like Garcia or Ruben Diaz. And just, an unbelievable overhead kick. Edison doesn't see it coming. And it's 1-0 to West Ham.
This is excellent for us. I cannot stress how good this is for us. Like a goal early. Like ignoring the fact.
Have we ever gone 1-0 up? It's not 1-1, Tom. You're gonna have to remove one of those, my dude, and then just create another one. Have we ever gone 1-0 up against City at the London Stadium? I don't think that's ever happened.
That's a great point. I don't think it has. You raise a good point.
I literally don't think that's ever happened because we're always usually 2 down by the time we end up scoring against them.
The cross by Soufal originally is very good, but it's not really useful because there's no one attacking that ball and it's behind Antonio, right? And a lot like the other overhead kick we had at the London Stadium in the big boy Andy Carroll, the ball was actually behind the striker and it leaves them with absolutely everything to do. While he's being grip stuck by Ruben Diaz, he's given a good grips, his big Rubes. What a piece of improvisation. Fair play. I was going to say this to you another time off stream because I didn't want to say anything.
We're in again here as Mikel Antonio's picked up at the edge of the box. I know it just says 1 and then nothing. Good ball in again by Soufal to the back stick with Masuaku. Again, it's just the ball comes back across and I thought Mikel Antonio was going to be on the end of it, but it's been given.
I was going to say this to you off stream. Because I don't want to say
it's up there. I've lost the 0, but I realise it's in the top of the screen.
I think I don't know. There's something about Mikel Antonio at the moment I actually enjoy, and I don't know. I don't know.
I'm sorry.
I think this might be
everybody when I just went. Sorry, I've lost the 0. I don't know where it's gone, and everybody's probably sat at home going, "It's on the top of the screen, you idiot." I'm sorry, everybody.
I just think that I was listening to that podcast he did, the Super 6 podcast with Laura Woods and Akin Fenwar. Really good, by the way. If you haven't, go check it.
Oh yes, he did the Super 6 thing.
It was good. I was listening to that and I was thinking about just sort of him as a player and everything I believe about him, which I still believe to be true. I don't think any of that's changed. I just think naturally in professional football, his role should be a striker.
Yeah.
And I think you've seen it like that piece of improvisation. He has this kind of the one thing I've always appreciated about Antonio is I don't think he is a particularly proficient dribbler by any stretch of the imagination. He's not a Dharma Traore, but he sort of does have this. You don't know what he's going to do because he won't know, and I think that part of that is potentially because he comes from non-league in a way.
Do you know what's so good about him as well, right? For Mikel Antonio. He's now, 1 goal closer again? Somebody's put there will he end our record goal scoring Premier League history? He will. He literally will.
He will. How many is he off? So what's the
He
actual
must be
record?
about 3 or 4 off, I think, at this point. I think the record is about 51. I'm pretty sure that's the record. If I'm not mistaken. Did you see my PlayStation turn on? I just wanted to check something on FIFA. Somebody just said the 0 looks like a donut. Listen, we've always had this issue with the bold font. I've always had this issue with the bold font. That is the font that we use. And it's
a very round 0.
It has always been a very round 0, and there's naught I can do about it.
So they pulled behind the curtain even more. Seeing as I don't have to look at OBS this week, I can say these sort of things. So the 0 is very round, yet say the 1 is very thin. And so when one team scores 1, I've always had a problem with the spacing. On either side of the hyphen to get the thing in. I've always had a problem with the spacing. So I've
design problems.
Let's just deep it, and it's been a bit of a problem. Also, my hands are smoother today. My hands are light. It's almost like putting cream in it helps. Yeah. So it's a thing. It's a thing with the
lovely switch of play there again from West Ham. I tell you what, we are making use of the pitch today. I will say that much. So one way of trying to, I guess, unlock Man City is just keep that ball ticking, keep it moving across. Fast-paced ball movement, switching from side to side, trying to unlock just that little space in behind, because it's very difficult to break Man City down at the best of times. And we can't give the ball away like that, Ogbonna, but he wins it back like an absolute don. Stevie C, you guys disappoint us. Our first goal reaction view is way below par compared to Spurs. Listen, that was all my energy expent for the rest of the year. Never will you see a celebration like that ever again.
I mean, to be fair, even our first goal celebration as Tottenham was a bit wild, but that was purposefully wild.
Yeah, I don't know what went through my mind as that was happening. When I watch it back, it makes me laugh, because I would say it went viral in the West Ham community. Like, it didn't really go out beyond that. The We Are Tottenham TV went viral because their reaction was like, "Oh my god, we've just But mine kind of blew up in the West Ham circle. And so the reaction from people was actually really nice, because everybody was like, "This is what football's all about," whereas the Tottenham TV was like, you look like a pair of plums, basically. But when I look at it back, I'm not sure I've ever got my shirt off as fast as that. There are times when I've gone, but there's times when I've gone and had, special time with some lady friends, and my shirt hasn't come off that quickly before. So yeah, shout out Manuel Lanzini. You've
special time with lady friends. My goodness me!
As you can pay today on BT Sport box office, $14.95 for Fulham versus Crystal Palace. Fuck me.
See, that's the thing. Like I enjoy.
Oh, hang on a minute. Mikel Antonio's in again in behind here. Can he make it 2? Penalty, ref.
As Tom wakes up, he's more prone to penalty. That's a penalty. Surely that's a penalty. Ref, that's a penalty. He's more prone to waking up now again.
The coffee that I made myself at 9 o'clock this morning when I got up, and then got back into bed, and then fell asleep again. I'm just drinking it now. It's absolutely freezing.
Starting to come to effect.
Joao Cancelo gets round. What a ball across the back. That is saved off the line, but Joao Cancelo, unbelievable play there. Needed a better finish from Mahrez.
I will say, if that's not a pen, that's an incredible challenge. I'm rewatching the replay now. It's Eric Garcia as well. Do you know what? It's not even an incredible challenge.
Kufal gets sold on the fake then by Sufal. Mahrez just cannot get his foot in there.
I don't think it's a pen either, to be fair. It's just only. I don't think it's a pen either.
Yeah, I will say that the... Has anyone watched the new Borat film? Jamie Green watched it last night, mate. Watched it last night. Absolutely unbelievable.
No spoilers. I'm watching it tonight. No spoilers.
Unreal. Absolutely unreal. I've missed him. I've missed him a lot. I was just about to say something. That was it. Special time with lady friends. Listen, Rebecca, after yesterday where I called the man, the myth, the legend, Ibrahima Nyan Cat, and super special Senegalese super special boy. Anything is possible.
Anything is possible. Yeah.
Shout out to Kevin. Where's Foshizi? If you're still here, Foshizi, shout out to you. Anything's possible. See if he how well does he know his NBA history?
How well does he know his NBA history? But so this is what I was saying about Antonio, right? I feel like maybe it's his non-league nature or something that just means he sort of he's just not drilled like the rest of the team, I guess, because he didn't grow up in an academy or whatever. But I think that helps him up front. I think he just has this sort of, I don't know. He's just on it. You know, he's just on it in that role. And so I think I'm become what I'm saying, Tom. Really, is I'm getting dangerously close to liking Mikel Antonio. Is what I was about to say. As a footballer,
as a man, I love him. I love him.
Yeah.
You like. I know we joke about. I say we joke. Like we have obviously slandered him in the past, and rightly so. I believe sometimes.
No one has more than I. Let's be real.
Rightly so. Sometimes I think. Other times maybe it's been unnecessary. Not unnecessary, but I think we can all appreciate he's not technically the best footballer that we have at the club. But I think we should have learned to accept that ages ago, because he still finds a way, no matter what, to find the ball in the back of the net. Like he keeps scoring. But no, I like the man. You've met him multiple times. You know, he's
unbelievably nice person. Yeah, legit.
Like, the training ground one. The training ground one was like he was with other people. I know when you met him at the boot room, that was like, I feel like you would have probably met Mikel Antonio the man a bit more than when he was kind of just, it was you, Charlie Donald, and do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, like when I met him, so the first time we met at the training ground, what really what stood out for me was where he wasn't meant to be there because he was injured. He wasn't meant to be at the ground that day, and he was having a problem, I believe, with one of the media team or with other staff.
Orange.
Yeah.
Naranja.
And he was annoyed that he was there because he was injured. He didn't know what was going on. He was clearly very annoyed. It was a very cold day. I mean, if you look at the video, he is wrapped up to the nines in that video. It's one where me and Gonzo go to the training ground. But the second he'd finished having this conversation with the media person or whoever it was, where he was having a disagreement, he literally just became at Mikel Antonio all of a sudden. He was just like the nicest person.
Right. He sat down. There's got to be a yellow card there. If he rides the challenge, thankfully, that's going to be a yellow card for the City player when it gets pulled back. That is going to be a yellow card at some point. Jeffrey Sully, Tom's a man, I love you, Charlie is still learning it, waiting him to call him Antonio Striker. No. Listen.
Jeffrey, we'll get there. I'm sure we will.
Also, Foe must have departed because obviously, yes, Jeffrey Sully was the 2008 Celtics Kevin Garnett. Any days possible.
But once he was done with that sort of disagreement and he became Mikel Antonio, he was the nicest person. He had time for literally there was 3 different West Ham people there, and he had time for all of us. He took photos. He was incredibly kind with his time. And then the second time, like you say, me and Charlie Donald went to meet him in the, whatever that shop was called. The boot shop.
The boot room.
Is it called the boot room? Just off Oxford Street.
He was promoting his Umbros, wasn't he? I remember it well.
Yes, he was there for Umbro, and we got to interview him. Charlie Donald did the interview. I did the camera stuff, and he was there with a bunch of his mates, and we were told the wrong time, so we were late because the event people had told us 20 minutes later than we were meant to be, and so he was meant to be done. So again, it was a situation where we got the time we got because like they made the time for us, which we were obviously incredibly grateful for. But he, again, could have been annoyed, could have been anything. He was there with a bunch of his friends. We were literally wasting his time. But he sat down and was the most affable person. He was laughing and joking with us. All of his friends were laughing and joking. He appreciated Charlie Donald's... Well, he didn't appreciate it out loud, but he laughed at Charlie Donald's joke about Dimitri Payet.
Has he not booked Ilkay Gundogan for that? I'm shocked. He's not gone back after that. He's not booked Gundogan. That is absolutely ludicrous. I'm sorry, but Anthony Taylor, what are you doing there? You've not given Gundogan a yellow card.
Here he goes. He started to warm up people. You can hear it now.
It doesn't. Why? Why would you not give him a yellow card there? Like he's tried to. If he stopped the play. It was exactly tactical fouling is cynical, says Fo. 100%.
It's also the difference with it is it's not like we still carried on, we still got a pass away. I think that's the argument, is that's a warning. If it ever happened again, then it would straight be in the book. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't a bad challenge. It was just
he was trying to stop the play, so therefore he should have gone back and given him a yellow card.
I don't necessarily disagree with that. I think that is a fair point of view. I think it's just the fact. To be honest, I think if Declan Rice goes down, if Declan Rice doesn't pass the ball, he probably gets a yellow straight off the bat. You know?
Daft IMO.
It's one of those.
Do you know, it's interesting. They really are. They are fearful of Masuaku today because they are not attacking down that right hand side at all. All of their main attacks, they're trying to come down the left hand side with Joao Cancelo, and he's had a couple of times he's been successful. But Soufal again, he's defensively a couple of times he has been up to the task. But now they try to go down the right, and Masuaku just muscles Mahrez off the ball. Yeah, they're struggling to go down Mahrez' side, Charlie, which is interesting because I thought that was where they were going to have the most success.
Can I say something and just get your opinion on it?
Go.
Because it's how I feel. Mahrez is really overrated.
Oof.
How do you feel about that?
Somewhat.
I just think he's not very good. I look at him and I think he's so lucky to be at Manchester City.
No,
I thought that when he moved there, but
I thought that when he moved there. I think he moved late. If he'd have gone,
good tackle by Maxwell, by the way.
If he'd have gone after that first season when Leicester won the title, if he'd have gone after that season, because it felt delayed for 6 months because everybody knew he wanted out, and I thought he was good enough at that point to go and play in Champions League, and he did. Obviously, he won the league at Leicester, but then he had to start for a fighting spot at Man City, and I think he earned that the last couple of seasons. I didn't think he was a pet player straight away, but after a while he started to come into his own. Last season he was absolutely unreal, I thought at times. I thought he was one of their better attacking players. I mean, when you're in a team that has got so many attacking players that can get you involved, like your David Silva's, De Bruyne's, Bernardo Silva's, if you can come up with the goods and you can get on the end and you can start scoring goals and you get assists and stuff in that team, like you should be benefiting in a team like that.
Can I just say, just very quickly, I like the little screen that they've got set up on a tripod at the bench for Kevin Nolan. He was just sat watching his own little tiny screen. I enjoyed that. Sorry, just a side note. Carry on.
No, it's fine. It's a lovely screen. It really is. But
it's a lovely screen. One of the biggest in Europe, I've heard.
Shout out to the big. No, like I get that he's maybe not the best player on the pitch sometimes. I don't think I ever would expect him to be in a team like that, but he's done enough for me the last couple of seasons with his goals and assists, I think, in that team. Like if you can not be anonymous in that team, which he was for the first few months when he moved to City, because he wasn't playing, because there was a time when he just wasn't getting in either team for Champions League or thingy. But then he had to really make a go of it, and he really started to become actually at the forefront of Pep's starting 11 last season.
That is something you give him credit for, is he has been starting a hell of a lot more than I would have expected him to, given the way I feel about him. So that is a fair point. That's a very fair point. Ooh. I think what it is, also, just very briefly, because I feel like this is very important. Jeffrey Stelly, hey, probably a stupid question. Are we allowed to post pictures of our West Ham puppy sports in the Discord? Jeffrey, I could not encourage it more.
Oh, sorry, Jeffrey, I didn't see that. Hey, fuck yeah, get him in.
Get him in. Get them in. Come on. Any West Ham pets we're about, but I know the people like
Adam Frankel, please get me the Spurs West Ham clips video. West Ham clips, if you're in the chat, which I know you are, buddy, message a guy called Adam Frankel was part of the Why We Drink podcast on Twitter. Because he keeps asking us for the clip, and
he is desperate. He's asked us like 3 times at this point, personally in the DMs. But yeah, do you know what? I think that's a fair point. I do think that's a fair point about Mahrez. I think the reason I just think he's overrated is I just look at him and I just think I think he's just too selfish for me. I think in a team, in a Pep side where you are full of absolute world beaters, it's always felt to me that he's slightly too selfish. Almost like originally I felt like he's trying to prove himself.
I apologise. My light is running out, so I will be.
That's one okay. Originally I felt like it was him trying to prove himself that he was good enough for a Pep side, but I don't know. That's just that. Maybe that's. I do think I am being potentially harsh with that one. Clips. I'll let him know. Clips. Clips said give him a big DM on Twitter. We asked him personally for you.
Here, my man
you
Clips,
lucky sod.
He sent for you. Stand about to streak again. No, I'm sorry, folks. That did look like it was coming for the camera then. I looked like I made a beeline to get my shirt off, but no. Unfortunately, I did not. Man City again to start this game. Really poor. Really not. I expect that to change. how quickly he can get De Bruyne on in the second half determines how this game is going to go today.
I mean,
Alfie
that is horrendously scary, and just the idea of Kevin De Bruyne coming on as a substitute.
Yeah. Oh, lovely touch by Masuaku again. West Ham coming through. Masuaku, edge of the box, plays it out wide to Antonio. Antonio doing a little bit of trickery. Gives it back to Crespo. Looks to pass it into the box. He gets it across. And it steers the hands of Edison. Alfie Armstrong says, hello, are we playing well? I'd say we've defended brilliantly so far. And I also think going forward we've looked dangerous. Obviously we've scored. Great goal from Mikel Antonio. We haven't had many chances other than the one that when we scored, but we have looked to counter. We just haven't countered as effectively, I'd say, currently. But the chances are coming. What was that I heard you say, the viewer at home? Well, that is in fact the fact that whilst we've been streaming, 50,000 of you have subscribed, and we are now up to 150,000 of you.
Oh, the seeds, the scenes are absolutely beautiful.
It's incredible. We're now on 150,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for everybody that subscribed during the game.
Thank you. We just appreciate the love and support. We thought the watch along was good, but to gain 137,000 subscribers
I'm a madman.
It's just a wildness. It's just a wildness.
I'm sorry, I have to go blow my nose again. I do apologise, everybody.
That's fine.
I keep sniffing, and I do usually I could just mute myself, but I don't know how to. I don't know how to do it whilst Charlie's here.
That's fine.
I don't want to open windows I know I shouldn't be touching to.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Go do it. Rebecca says I put that down to my parents. So do I, Rebecca. I think you were a solid 121,445 people. Of that, we're all just down to you. I mean, you get the views. If everyone isn't hyped for Rebecca's match review over on the West Ham, I think it's called Ham's Chat West Ham Forum, the forum channel, as we know around here. Go check it out because Rebecca's video is always great. Also, they get big views, so you should probably go check that out. 1-0 already. I know, it's wild. I agree with Tom. I think we're playing very well. I think we are. I think getting the early goal always helps us. I think it allows us, because the thing is we want teams to come at us. The way we play football, I know I bring it up every week and I apologise for repeating it. We want the teams to step to us. We want the teams to come for us. And if we score early, that means they can do that. It means they have to do that. And that allows us to flick off and actually go for it. And so to go 1-0 up here is a huge thing. And to be fair, it was an absolutely banging goal from Antonio, wasn't it? Absolutely banging goal. Clips, by the way, I did tell him to DM you, so expect a DM. Expect a DM. I would like to welcome everyone who is joining us currently from the West Ham Fan TV watch along. Tom, I'd like you to welcome everyone who's joining us from the West Ham Fan TV watch along.
Oh right. Oh crap. Hi everyone. What happened there?
I don't know if it's definitely happening, but the fact a load of people have rocked up saying that you owe Nikki a banana probably denotes that Nikki Hawkins may or may not have something to do with this. So thank you everyone for joining us. We do appreciate it. Jaden Sancho prefers West Ham Fan TV. I do. Which is, I think we all do, to be fair, Jaden. But welcome to the stream nevertheless. I hope Dortmund's going well for you, buddy.
I'd focus on your football if I were you, Jaden Sancho. You need to pay him that banana back. Well, I tell you what, you can. Why does Tom specifically? Oh, I owe him the banana. Okay. Well, you can say to Nikki specifically, he owes me a bag of chocolate raisins.
A bag of chocolate raisins. There you go. But we would like to welcome you, of course, and say hello. Also, you can tell him about the chocolate raisins. But for me, just say hello. Say hello. I do like Nikki and that.
There we go.
I do like
Glenn Kiley, I did see there. See, Jaden, lovely to see you. Nice one, mate.
Cheers, Jaden. Good to see you.
Good luck this weekend. Glenn Kiley, my dude, welcome. Up the Dortmund and Man United.
one day maybe one of those will happen, but currently.
What is... Glenn, yes, Glenn, welcome. Hello. Nice to see you. Who do Arsenal have this weekend? I'm pretty sure they're on box office this weekend as well, Arsenal.
I don't know.
they're on box office. They may have Leicester. Did I get that right? Do they have Leicester this weekend?
I'm so behind on football this weekend.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's one of the 3 box office games. Oh my God, Mikel Antonio. Oh, okay, calm down, Tom. Calm down. Matty Phillips of West Ham been dominated. I'm sure the stats will say that the possession is obviously all in favour of Man City, but I tell you now, we have held our own so far. Defensively, we've been unbelievable.
Yeah, it's not. I would say because I mean at one point I saw 74% possession. So
the stats will indicate that Man City have been on top, and to be fair, you could argue with possession that they have, but right now we're just nullifying everything that they've got going forward.
Can I just say, shout out to Jawa, who in West Ham Fan TV's chat, Nikki, you owe them chocolate raisin cake. Just lobbed it in there. We do appreciate it. Jaden Sancho, they said they prefer your channel. What a trash channel that one is. Jaden, why are you saying that behind our back, my G?
Did Jaden say that it was a trash channel?
That's his exact words. His exact words before saying Manchester is red. What a time to be alive.
I mean, I'm just Jaden. We came in here. We welcomed you. We
welcomed you into our arms, Jaden.
Rice swazzes it. Big old diag across the box. Comes out back out to Masuaku. Another chance for Souček to have a dig. I'll tell you what, we don't half look good going forward, Charlie. I don't know why this is a thing, but we don't half look good going forward. Fornals plays the ball into the box. Man City at 6s and 7s here at the back. That's become my new favourite expression, by the way, Charlie. Look, 6s and 7s.
I like that as well.
We are playing with a lot of confidence right now. A lot of confidence. And it's nice to see. I did not expect this, but we are playing with a lot of confidence. We really are up for it today. And the last few weeks, we're up for it. Do you know what's weird is the fact that when I look back at the Spurs game, there's a couple of comments in the live chat that I'll get to in a second, which I've seen. But there's like the last couple of weeks, like even the Spurs game when we were 3-0 down, we're not. We weren't the worst side. We were the better side for the majority of the game. Other than those 3 Spurs goals, we were the better side in that game. IMO, personally. Quickly, he said that Banana was a mate waiting a deal for your fridge freezer. Listen, he doesn't want to know the contents of my fridge freezer. So, you're right, it's filled with Iceland food. Jeffrey Stully, you'll get to meet Mia on Discord before I leave on my trip. Mia es el doggo. Oh, listen. I'm all about the doggo talk.
It's exciting.
Glenn, all of a sudden a 2-1 win against West Ham seems like our biggest result of the season.
Can I just say as well,
Come on.
I've still just got their chat open, right? Not only is Jadon Sancho slinked into the mud like a chicken after saying it, now Sebastian Haller's in there saying Hammer's chat is bad, lol.
Who said
anyway,
that?
Sebastian Haller, he's in our chat and then he's in theirs. Chatting stuff. I can see you, Sebastian. Don't think I've forgiven you. Get on the pitch and score the goals, okay? Do your talking on the pitch. Jaden, do you know what? I'm timing you out. Get out of it. I'm not interested. I can't. I'm signed into the wrong account. I can't. But I would time you out. I saw what you said. Don't think I didn't. Anyway, I think we're playing exactly the right type of football here. I think we're doing perfectly for the game.
It's okay, Charlie. It's okay, Charlie. I timed him out for 300 seconds.
Thank you.
Francis Boakye, show the match. We want the match. We want to watch. In the description, go to our Discord. If you want the link to the match, there are perfect stream links working in the Discord. Go that way because we can't show it on here. Great stream on Discord. Thanks, guys. Cheers, Stevie C. There you go. So if you want a link to the game into the description, Stevie C is using it currently.
Yeah, it's all Ginge. It's all Ginge. Ginge does okay.
Yeah, Ginge. Jim Stebbins. What a man.
Jim Stebbins. What a man. Sebastian Hill, I'm just spitting facts. Do your talking on the pitch, sunshine. Yeah? Not here.
If you score a goal, come back in and say that the stream's shit, and I'll take that. Pele or Maradona?
Pele for me.
Pele. Never watched Pele play properly.
Yeah, I've never watched either of them properly. To be fair, I've only ever really watched the highlights and
clips and
stuff.
stuff.
And stuff like that. Yeah, I've never really. I've not sat down and fully absorbed either.
In which case, I would say, as the whistle does go for half time, I would say I would say for me, I would say Maradona, just because he reminds me a lot of Messi, and I like a lot. Messi is the goat. But it is half time. It is half
Do you know
time.
what? I'm happy with that so far. I can't complain about it too much. I think it being a situation which scoring, I always say this, but scoring early is huge. Scoring early is a really big thing for us. If we can carry on sort of, I say this before, I'll say it again, right? The way we set up, and I keep mentioning,
I'll say it again.
I'll say it again. Is if the way we set up, the early goal is great for us because it means we can invite the pressure onto us. It means we can be the people who can just sit back, right? And that's what's happening right now. And I think it's working. You'll look at the stats will look bad. It's going to be insanely high possession. I mean, at one point it was 74% possession to them. I suspect it will still be in and around that number, right? But when you come to actually what we've done on the pitch, I think for the possession that we've had has been good. And I think one thing I will give Moyes credit for certain, without any hesitation, is the chances he's been creating with the lack of possession has been very, very good. Oh, Andy Grace just popped up on my screen. What a sad time to be alive. I think the chances we create given the possession that we have is very high, and I think you see that when it comes to the XG recently has been very, very good, right? Yeah, today is another good example of that. We may be so bad in terms of actually getting possession and all this other stuff, but that's fine because you don't necessarily need or want that. What's the important thing is the chances at the other end. I don't even think Mikel Antonio's is probably, if you look at it from an XG sense, it's probably not even that good XG because it was actually a really, really difficult thing to convert, and yet he manages to contort himself in such a ridiculous way that it makes it work. We've played really well. We've come out with our game plan. We know what we're doing. We're making it work. That side that we started with, I think you could have made arguments for changing because they started poorly against Tottenham. They haven't done that here. Everyone's nailed their jobs. Everyone's doing the things they need to do. And we are in the best position we could possibly be going into the second half. Yeah. I'm super happy. For once, I don't want him to do a sub at half time, which is a rare thing for me and David Moyes. I'm happy, Tom.
Yeah. I echo your thoughts. I'm happy. That was a great half of football. Not only were we absorbed all the pressure that City threw our way, this idea of sitting back, obviously in the back five, 2 banks of 5 being hard to break down against the top teams. I really like it. I think it's worked now for the last however many weeks. This is why I was really annoyed that he played a different system at Everton. But just because we genuinely, if we take out the Everton game, this formation is, for so many weeks now has been just the best thing since sliced bread. Quickly, don't you owe Nicky Hawkins' banana? Nicky can come and give me his banana anytime he likes. So yeah, it was solid half football from us. I thought we were absolutely amazing. We soaked up all the pressure. They tried coming down our right hand side. Basically, most of that first half. Mahrez was completely ineffective when they tried going down the left, or against Masuaku. But
he's again another good performance from Masuaku.
Yeah, it was a couple of times Kufal was getting beat, but the majority of the time he just completely nullified what they were doing. Yeah, the defense, everything was good. We looked dangerous at times on the counter attack. They're there to be got. That's kind of just, I think, part and parcel with City's defence. It's not obviously the City defence of sort of yesteryear and sort of 5-6 years ago, so it's there to be got. The difference, obviously, now for me, second half, and there's nothing that you can do at this point. It's just, you have to accept it, is Kevin De Bruyne coming on in the second half, and then all of a sudden, those pockets of space that were closed, now will begin to creep and start to open up because he can find just, I mean, give me some good expressions of what he could find, like Madeleine McCann in...
don't stop.
Like
Atlantis.
That kind of
Atlantis, my G.
Atlantis, Madeleine McCann, and Frank. Like, he could find...
We could find many things.
He could find many a thing
It's
that has
certain.
been lost for years. So yeah, it's like I
My
said,
sense of dignity. There's so many other options you could have gone with.
as soon as he comes
My
on,
lord.
he starts to find those pockets of spaces that were closed down, and it's yeah, it's gonna be an interesting second half at that point. But look, so far, David Moyes again. I will continue to give him credit where credit is due when he sets us up the right way. His in-game management is still it's to be desired. I'm still not sold on the in-game management, and I probably will never be. But the tactically the way he has us set up in the last few weeks with just this five at the back and being so hard to break him down, and be effective on the counter attack. I think we've been solidly no, Rebecca. She's got me saying this thing where I'm saying solidly every 5 seconds, but no, we've been an excellent team so far. But yeah, what a goal from Antonio as well, and yeah, it was a great half of football. We didn't end up giving our score predictions before the game. I would have said 3-1 Man City. I'm still going to stick to that at this point. It's like I said, if we can grab a goal in the next 15 minutes before De Bruyne comes on, then I'm happy. If De Bruyne comes on at half time, like I said, I think it's going to be a different ball game straight away because, like I said, those pockets of space that were closed in the first half, he will find them. He will find Anne Frank in her loft. He'll find Nadim McCann in a ditch in Germany. He will find anything. So yeah, it's big.
They don't like it. They don't like it.
Big second half coming, but yeah, so far this half, unbelievable. Well played, fair play, David Moyes. Absolutely brilliant from the boys. So yeah, what was your score prediction before the game started? Because we didn't get them. So
I would have gone for a cheeky 2-2. I would have gone for a cheeky 2-2. My brain would have said maybe a 3-2, but I think I would have backed us a little bit just because of the stylistic matchup.
Wirra, do you know what? It's been years since I've seen those words. Man City need to score 3, and then just the words Lanzini is a game changer. Do you know? I haven't seen those words since Upton Park and the first season at London Stadium. Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah. Raymondo, we are a top 4 team. Champions League, here we come. I mean, let's
Ray.
Big Raymondo. Let's all just calm down.
Absolutely not. Can I just say, I went a bit wild there. You might have seen. I don't know. Looking after the rain, love it. I just realised the bagel shop I go to apparently delivers. So that's an exciting time for me personally. I'm gonna have no money at the end of the week. Yeah. So what do everyone in the chat think? Welcome everyone for joining us at halftime. Felipe Anderson has turned up now. Sebastian Haller was here chatting breeze, starting. Okay, now Felipe Anderson is here. Welcome, Felipe. I would like to welcome everyone who's currently in the chat. I mean, Peach, welcome. Adam Lee, Amada, Dave Moyes again, Felipe Anderson, Francis Boki, GSB out, Tone. Hello, nice to see you. Logan Bowser, nice to see you. Mixie, nice to see you. Ray Borum, Rebecca, Scott Gavin, Sai, Sir Stony of Bo, Steve 50, the Pocky Punk, Tom Ball, Weira. Hello, everyone. That's just the people who have sent messages in the last couple of minutes. Tom Ball, very happy. Moisiola, he's going absolutely wild, doing his best, what can be described as jazz impression. Where are you? Where are you? Let's be having you. But yeah, I think that's a great half of football. What do we all feel?
Listen, Felipe. What did Man City beat? Did Man City beat Porto midweek? I know they were a goal down at one point. They may have come back to win.
No idea. You know, I'm all the 6
That was the wildest thing. If you didn't see it, it was the wildest thing seeing Tony Martinez's name on the bench next to Felipe Anderson. But
I know they both
neither of them came on in that game, but it was just wild to see.
Did they not? I thought they both came on, or was that the league game before that?
I don't know, but I know they didn't come on. But it was wild. Just seeing them both on the same bench together. Quickly, actually, whilst we've got everyone here, because it is half time, I know you'll all disappear. But can we just, everyone, if you can already, just like the video, subscribe if you haven't to Hammer's chat. Yeah, we'll try and get us over 100 likes, which is usually our target every single week. So yeah, if you haven't already, don't forget, do just drop a like on the video. Makes me and Charlie feel better about ourselves. That we're doing the Lord's work.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
We appreciate every single one of you that tunes in to watch us here on a match day. Hey, where did Doggo picks go in the Discord? Off topic, Jeffrey. Off topic. Just
Lob it in off topic. But if I tell you what, lob it in off topic. But if we get enough, I'm not adverse to creating a channel for Hammer's Chat Pets specifically. I'm not adverse to it.
That is something to be spoken about. Hammer's Chat
I'm
Pets
saying
on the
that.
Discord. If you haven't joined the Hammer's Chat, it's not a West Ham Discord, but it's a Hammer's Chat Discord where there are other fans in there. But get in now. Link in the description. Get your off topic pets in.
Lob your pets in off topic. But like I say, if we do get enough, I will create a new channel. I will create a new one.
I will speak to the powers that be.
Yes, which are me, Tom, Rebecca, and Ben.
Yeah.
Shout out Ben. Boy. Don't get Ray started on French. If you didn't see that show from last night, I don't think anyone needs reminding. He's absolutely
French beanie, otherwise known as a beret.
So we're in a situation where we don't French beanie. God's sake. So we're in a situation, Tom, where I don't have food cam because I'm in a new place. I haven't got everything set up yet. I do have food cam. The food cam is on the floor in the other room in there. It does exist, but it's not all plugged in and sorted out. What I will say is this: at some point, there's going to be a buzzer, Tom, because your boy is ordering a Subway. Yeah. Your boy is ordering a Subway live on stream. I am in the kitchen, so I did think about maybe just turning the camera around and start cooking, which would have been the ultimate food cam. But
listen, the day that we have a cooking stream, oh my word, I just want an IRL cooking stream one day. That will be the pinnacle for me. IRL Hammer's Chat cooking stream with Charlie and Tom.
That would be beautiful.
Patreon exclusive. Ray, I don't think that's how masculine and feminine verbs work in French. You can't just say "I will like this video" and it just works. I don't think that's how it works.
Is that not how the French works?
I will like the video. You just you're saying things of the word French in front of them. A French poodle doesn't work like that. Yeah, that was epic. How do you say showing my butt cheeks in French? Le Ray. It says the Pocky Punk. Pocky, shout out, Sat. Nice to see you, mate. That was wild. Do you know what was funny about that stream when we did it? Was like I didn't realise that Ray was actually sitting with his cheeks out underneath the bed.
You said it as a joke.
I said it as a joke, and then literally a second later, Ray's arse is plastered all over American Hammers. Quite fun.
Trying to decide what to go for. Welcome everyone. Adrian Whitfield. Hats off to the players and coaches, regardless of what happens second half after the Newcastle game. Did not expect us to be playing the game we are now. Very true, Adrian. I think they all deserve credit.
Ray,
a poor start.
Can I just quickly say, Ray, no self promotion in the chat, Ray. How dare you? No self promotion in the chat. Know your boundaries, my G. No self promo.
Oh, go watch Friday Night Lights this week. It's a good one. Ray's in there. Rebecca's in there from the chat. Well, from the stream earlier when.
I was going to say.
But yeah, go watch it. It was a banger. Over American. But yeah, no, I think they all deserve big credit because they've been playing very well of late. And it's always a good time when you can't include a player who scored what was ultimately an incredible goal because the other teams have been so good. You know.
Henry Parker, did that goal wake you guys both up a bit? I'm still sat here yawning, mate.
I'm wide awake.
Me and Charlie were here sat in this very spot trying to just get me set up because I was playing weekend league, didn't realise that it was 6 a.m. Because the EA servers went down last night, and because of my own YouTube channel that I have, I'm a bit worried about getting content done this weekend because the servers were down all weekend. So I was trying to play weekend league, get my games in, so I could film content for my YouTube channel today. Subscribe if you haven't, Athens32. Yeah, looked over, it's all of a sudden it's 6 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, shit, Charlie, we haven't got everything set up for our stream tomorrow. So I didn't get to bed till about 7:30 this morning, and then was awake for 12, which Rebecca rang me and was like, hello. I was like, hi. My alarm was going off on my watch. So yeah, it's what a time to be alive. You welcome to a discombobulated stream today. But we're here. That's the main thing.
I'm actually awake. Once I'm on. You know what I mean? I go from 0 to 100, but I never go above that. Well, I go to 0 to about 64, and then I never go above 64. But as Rebecca's just said, she does do post-match reactions on the forum channel. Go watch them. They bang. And they are significantly better than this. And you saw a little cheeky promo at the beginning of this.
Available in that topic. Do you know what? I'm going to come out of my stream. They're complaining about the handball, which is extremely incredible. Love that. Look at them. City.
I'm getting involved. Oh my god, we got Mia Stelly, ladies and gentlemen. Absolute. Look at that.
I'm having to do it. I'm having to do it on my phone.
So again, this is listen. We're going to promo it. The Hammers Chat Discord. Get involved because we're now accepting pet pictures in the off topic, which is the best decision. It's the best thing to come from today, even if we get a win. In my opinion,
if you are
excellent dog.
If you are in the Hammer Chat Discord,
link in the description below. Top link.
Yeah, top link. Share and you are watching from it. If you've got any pets, just share them in the Discord. In off topic.
Jazz has just rocked up, by the way. My post-match reaction is the best. Listen, we're all about the competition of the post-match reactions, but Jazz also a banging post-match reaction. That's on the main channel. Check that one out as well. Always a good time. Always a good time. I would be, if it all goes well to Jazz, I would hope it's a good one.
There has been a sub at half time, and Sergio Aguero has come off for Phil Foden. So that does mean, I imagine, that Raheem Sterling is going through the middle now as a central striker, which is interesting.
That is interesting. Interesting. It's good. You know, I don't know how that will affect the game, but it does. It is actually very interesting.
Just going to there we go, and the timer is off and running. Interesting. No Aguero. That is mad. Mia Stelly, what a girl. What a doggo. I love how one ear flaps over and then the other is upright. That's just dogs, man. We don't deserve them. We don't deserve them.
Excellent dog. If you want to put your pet pictures in the Hammers Chat Discord off-topic section, link in the description below, get involved. We'll be live with you now here all the way till full time, in which when Gonzo goes live to do his review, we'll spam the link. You can go over there, get involved, watch his undoubtedly excellent review. But yeah, good to do it. Thank you everyone for joining us. The second half is underway. I still need to order my Subway. Jazz, I am sober though. I am worried. Shall I have some rums early? Listen.
Just wait. Just give it half an hour. Just give it half hour.
Because right now, Jazz, you've got a great
my dog?
review.
She's right there. Let me duck down. She's asleep right now. It is a she, Maisie. She's asleep. We're going out for a nice long WALK after this game is finished because she's been in all morning. So before I get with my weekend league and YouTube FIFA content for the weekend, I've got to take her out for a nice big old WALK. I have to say WALK and spell it out because if I say the word, she'll go bananas.
I'm surprised. See, I understand why, but I'm surprised that you can still say WALK without her going wild because you say it so often to me. I hear it so often that I'm surprised she just hasn't fully clocked on what that meant yet, you know?
Yeah. Name, it is Maisie as well, Jazz. It is Maisie. She is a legendary. She's a legend of the channel. She's a legend of the channel.
Absolute don. Absolute don.
Absolute don of the channel. So yeah. Anyway, so Phil Foden on from Man City, which is really strange, and the interesting thing is the fact as well that they are is the fact that Kevin De Bruyne wasn't the first choice. Obviously, clearly not fit enough for 45 minutes. So how long Pep leaves it? Anyway, Aguero is off and Foden is on. So yeah, it's going to be balls to the wall again. Second half for us against City. It doesn't matter if Aguero's on or not. It's still going to be balls to the wall for us. So
it's still Manchester City, yeah.
Yeah, but again, if they're going to have to come and chase the game to try and get a goal, so again, those gaps will open up again. I mean, Ruben Diaz was just shoved in the back down at the West Ham corner flag, and he's the fucking centre half. So the spaces will be there, people. Don't panic just yet. I believe in our defensive abilities. Clip that as we concede in precisely a minute. But if you look at that, I mean, Carl Walker was literally hanging on the halfway line. So here we go. Antonio's already in behind against Carl Walker. That's the thing. Like all of their Man City just had 11 players in our half, and Carl Walker just had to sprint to cover back over the halfway line. So it's going to take one pass, and Antonio's pace is going to be in. Which would also say to me that we're not going to see a change for some time because it's not exactly the fastest players on the bench. So, yeah. Sorry, I was trying to talk for a little bit while you ordered your Subway. I was trying to just distract you.
No, I appreciate it. Listen, I appreciate it. I was listening. I was deep seeing. I think you're correct in all manner and all facets of life. Jazz, with how are your fantasy football teams doing, Charlie Tom? I don't do it. I used to, but I forget. I forget every single time that it exists. After the first week, I don't do anything, and I just end up losing. I still do relatively well because I think I at least can pick decent enough players to begin with and sort of understand what I'm doing to begin with. However, I don't do it anymore.
I just appreciate somebody called Pigeon Crumb has commented on my YouTube video saying, I have him, I don't like him. What a name. Pigeon Crumb.
The last time I did any sort of fancy football was when all the West Ham channels did we did one for the Euros in 2016.
Oh, yes.
And guess who won that?
We annoyed somebody. If we ready, people, for a blast from the past. We had Hammer and Talk was in that, and we were accused of cheating.
Which we didn't, and we won. Shout out to Jay, wherever you are.
Yeah, I got rid of Son and everything. I got rid of Son and Kane for a week, and that was the week that they went bananas at Southampton. So included them back in my team, and they got me like 80, 90 points last week, obviously because they played us. So yeah, I think my team right now, hang on, I've just pulled it up. Pope, Trent, Castagna, Doherty, Zaha, Bowen, Son, Havertz, Werner, Kane, Calvert-Lewin. I just forget about it after a while. Charlie, are you still here? Have you just muted yourself?
I've muted myself because I'm typing stuff in, and my keyboard's very loud. I apologise.
Francis, I love how you just changed your message from Tom, we're still the best, to Tom, don't cry, we're still the best. I'm not crying, mate. I'm not crying. Never cry. Holy shit a brick. There's a substitute about to come on, Charlie. What is happening? Andrei Yarmolenko, is that?
Big. Is it because Antonio's damaged?
It's 1-1. Phil Foden. It's 1-1. Phil Foden. Maybe that's why Francis said his message.
He's had his impact. At least he's had his impact, I guess.
Yeah.
I did see people saying maybe Antonio was injured, which could suggest why Yarmolenko was coming on.
Antonio's injured. That could suggest why we're not bringing Haller, the other striker, on. Phil Foden gets in behind there and just finishes. Good turn at his near post. Again, it's come down that left-hand side of Joao Cancelo getting in behind there. Soufal takes the touch, hits it into the near post. Fabianski can't get across to cover it, and it is a 1-1. And the number is back to front. Why is this?
I don't know. It's a great finish by Phil Foden, to be fair.
Charlie, any clue as to why it's back to front?
No. I can't lie to you. I have had that issue before, and I've just deleted it and started it again because I didn't know what to do.
I've just flipped it as if it were Photoshop.
There you go.
Okay, so Mikel Antonio is come off and Yarmolenko is on. I don't understand that, but again, I don't understand most things as to what's happening, as to why we've taken a striker off and not put a striker on. So we now have Pablo Fornals through the middle, or is that Jared Bowen through the middle? This is
probably
where
end up being Yarmolenko.
This is where. Okay, so Mikel Antonio is injured, so the inevitable, ladies and gentlemen, has happened, and that is now that is for me the biggest kick in the teeth. It's because, do you know what annoys me about this is we all said, what happens when Antonio inevitably gets injured and we haven't got a proper backup striker past the backup striker? Hey, what do we know? We're only football fans. And the best thing about that is, and I am really popping off now, ladies and gentlemen, you've got a striker on the bench who's worth 45 million fucking pounds, and why the hell do we take Antonio off, which he needs to because he's injured, and you leave the only recognised striker on the bench? Allaire is laughing, right? And I don't know if that's just about the situation or if he's just laughing. I don't want to read into it too much. But that is just absolutely fucking lunacy from David Moyes. And look, we were 1-0 up in this game, which is fair enough, and I don't want to slate him too much. But his in-game management is absolutely shocking. People are now saying that it looks like he's hamstring. And if that's the case, then that's 6 weeks potentially or longer for Mikel Antonio, because we know he has the hamstring of a 6-month-old child. So yeah. Oh dear. Not good. Not good. As the post comes in and Maisie darts down to kill the postman.
You'd have to see it. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good scenes at all. I mean, this is just a broader problem, isn't it? There's a much broader problem at work here with the way the team is run in terms of
Cancelo is in behind. I tell you what, he's so lucky there. It was a lovely ball in behind Cancelo from Gundogan. Cancelo manages to break behind Soufal again. Soufal switching off. Cancelo gets in behind. All he has to do is square it across first time to Sterling, but can't take control of it. It goes out for a West Ham corner. Koufal does need to wake up there. I mean, they've been in behind a few times down that right-hand side with Koufal, and he's done well sometimes. Other times he switched off. Do you rate Foden seems to get a lot of attention compared to Reece James and Rashford? I really like Phil Foden. I like Phil Foden. I think he's a young king, young baller.
Young king. I think he's very good as well. I think it's just he doesn't get as much attention as the others because he doesn't play as much as the others.
The Stockport Iniesta. Top bloke, top man, top bloke.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like him. I think he's in terms of England for a creative player, him instead of Dele Alli every single day of the week. But then again, Dele Alli is just shit now, so shit haircut.
He does have a terrible haircut.
Him and Ross Barkley and Declan Rice's old Barnet coming in as just the strangest Barnets of the ever.
Thank you, James Gunn. £2, 4-year contract, injury-prone Antonio. No thanks. This is my concern with it, and has always been my concern. One of my concerns with Antonio is he's just too injury-prone, and that's the problem with building your team around. And this is like if it is a serious injury with Mikel, if he's out for anything more than a couple of weeks, it will be interesting to see what David Moyes does, because as Tom was just saying, like we don't have a replacement. We don't have a ready-made replacement at all. We have Sebastian Haller, who was one of the most informed and best strikers in Europe before he turned up to West Ham. Bants. But he's so completely different to how Mikel Antonio and his team have been set up that you can't just drop him in bit for bit, which is probably why David Moyes has gone with the guy who. And again, David Moyes is one of those people who only trusts the people he trusts. You have to wait a long time.
Sitting behind again. Thankfully, Fabianski gets out to collect. Can I just quickly say, Jazz, if you're still here,
yeah.
When we talk about David Moyes and whatnot,
can I just say, I think it's just a shame he turned up then because we were praising him so much about 10 minutes before he turned up.
Yeah,
he turned up and we conceded.
His in-game management. That's just if we can learn to accept Jazz and live in a world where, we can say tactically he's very good the way he sets the team up. But his in-game management was not good. Me and you can live in perfect harmony. I fear Jazz. I feel like it's there. Message Nick Gurr wants to come onto your channel.
Does he?
I tell you what, Nick Gurr.
Gurr, Nick.
Gurr, Nick.
No.
I mean, it's unfortunate. He can't come on. But you can remind Nick if he wants to come on in future. Just drop us a DM. I'm sure we could get Gurr, Nick on. Fair play there, Ben. I probably would not have recognised that, and I would have just gone ahead and read it out loud like nothing was a problem. So yeah. Anyway. What time are we on? 57 minutes. Foden has his purple patches, don't glorify him. I would also say he's still very young.
He's not. Well, he's not. He's getting there.
He's still young. He was David Silva's understudy for quite some time. So just give it a chance.
He's not as young as he used to be. He's getting to the stage now where he has to start being a consistent performer in the team. I will say that. I think he has the potential to be. and I do trust Pep Guardiola in that sense. As an England fan, I'm speaking now. I do trust Pep Guardiola to bring him through in the correct way and to give him the opportunities to make him fulfill his potential. But I will say he's getting dangerously close to the time where he needs to be.
Yeah, no. When you say there, I don't change views game to game. Let's judge at the end of the season. That's all I ask. Would have brought on Allaire and Yama on. Otherwise, we're just waiting for a City goal. Like I said, I don't change my opinion on it, and I said like in that video to you. I know I was joking, but I did literally say on the Patreon podcast to Spanners One Hammer, I literally did say I wanted him for stability, and I think you give him the time, and all of a sudden he may build something at West Ham. Having said that, I like the way he has his tactically set up right now. I just don't like his in-game management, and that's I will judge him at the end of the season. I already said to Charlie, we had this conversation again a few weeks ago. I think he should get a new deal at the end of the season. Charlie thinks he's going to go. I think he deserves a new deal at the end of the season if he keeps the side.
I think he stays to the end of the season. I think he leaves after that.
Yeah, and I want
not
him to
not
stay
by his choice. Not by his choice. I think the board get rid of him.
I want him to stay. I'm just putting that out there, just so you don't accuse me of being a hater, because I'm not. His in-game.
Whereas I, Jazz, am a hater, and I will hate until the day is long, my friend. I will keep hating, and there's nothing you nor anyone else can do to stop that. No, look. Here's the thing with David Moyes. Right,
Jarrett Bowen is in behind here, and he's won a corner.
Here's the thing with David Moyes. I'm not judging him game to game. I'm judging him over the course of his entire career, and I don't think he's good enough. But that's a side note. That is just what it is. He deserves credit for what he's doing right now. If we continue like this for the foreseeable future, then he deserves it. Then he 1,000% deserves it.
I love that comment as well, by the way, from James Gunn. Why on earth has Bowen moved back into the middle when he was covering Kufal fairly well? Yarmolenko won't track back as much. Yeah. In-game management, everybody. It's a thing.
Charlie, why would he leave or be pushed out? No way. I want another. No, I think he'll leave at the end of the season. I think the board will choose to sign another manager. I believe the board will choose to sign another manager in the summer, unless some kind of madness occurs between now and then. If we get, I don't know. I just think the board have eyes on a different target. I don't think that he will stay beyond the summer. But I don't think he'll be pushed out. His contract comes to an end. I think it will just be thanks. We move on. But I will say this: I don't think I change game to game. I think I'm actually very honest and very fair.
Walker lines up for a dig. That is a good effort. Fabianski gets both hands behind the ball. Sorry.
I don't think when you talk about stuff like that, I would also say you tend to go quiet when we lose. Anyway, I love you, Jazz. You know I do. You know I do. I think we'll see though. If David Moyes has a huge season, if we end up finishing. And by huge season, I mean if we finish. I think if we don't finish inside the top 10, he has zero chance of staying at this point.
He's still on a tight leash for me. He's still on a tight leash, but my opinion of him could sway potentially towards the end of the season. But right now, like I said, somebody put up there. I think it was Stephen Boyd. Says 5 in defence suggests we're playing for a draw. That system is not set up for a draw. That system is set up to counter-attack and be good defensively. So I like that 5 at the back system. I genuinely do. Like I said, it's just he's got to be called out for his in-game management because it is appalling at times. Like I said, you've got a £45 million striker on the bench and you brought on a right mid and put another right mid up at striker. Doesn't make sense to me. Doesn't make sense to anybody else with a brain. It doesn't make sense to them.
Also. You can't go quiet when we win and then say he's crap when we don't. Football does not work like that. Fickle modern day fans, no patience. The thing is about the Moyes situation, and I know you could potentially be talking about me to an extent, although even when we win, I don't give him too much credit. So you can't accuse me of being fickle. I'm very consistent in that sense. Sure, give him time and give him patience. But what if that way is not the way you want to go in the first place? I don't want David Moyes in charge of West Ham in general because I don't like the style of football he plays, being frank. So, if you want to give him time that's calm, I understand that.
There's the two new boys, Craig Dawson and Said Benrahma. What a boy.
But if you don't want him to be in charge in the first place, then what's the point in giving him time? And that's where me and Tom disagree with, for example, the idea of bringing stability to the club. I don't think he being here any longer brings stability to the club. But that's another story for another time. We're still in this game, but it's going to be difficult from here.
Do you know what's really annoying? Since Yarmolenko's come on, we are completely flat now, and the difference is when you have Yarmolenko come on and that, like Haller, I feel like against Ruben Diaz, who's a brand new sign in the Premier League, may not be up to speed, and against Eric Garcia, who has shown his frailties at centre half. I think you should have brought on, and as Kevin De Bruyne is about to come on, he's going through his instructions with Pep. Fuck me, we're about to get our arseholes torn apart.
Very graphic.
Very graphic. I'm so sorry to any children watching in the chat. But no, that's the difference. Like with Haller, at least he offers you an outball in terms of hold up play and strength in and around the area. You put but Jared Bowen up, who was so effective being down that right as a counter-attacking man. Now you bring the slower man in Yarmolenko on, all of a sudden we lose all sort of counter-attacking prowess going forward. We've got no speed, there's no hold-up play, there's no nothing in general. Just says, Charlie, I think you'll have your head stuck in the clouds, mate. There are only a handful of clubs who play Brazilian football and win matches. We have been playing well and scoring. What more do you want?
Not Brazilian football, just not all... Oh, whoa, Tom, the red mist came down there. The red mist for a second descended. We're back, though. I fought it off.
All I would say is, Jazz, quickly, for Charlie as well, if Charlie has an opinion, you have to respect Charlie's opinion. Like, I respect your opinion. However, when somebody criticises David Moyes, Jazz, your initial reaction is to go, the fuck? How dare you? Like, you just let's all just live in a world where we can all respect one another's opinions.
What I would say is this. I don't want Brazilian football. I just want us to actually attack. I think David Moyes in general is a defensive first manager, and that's fair enough. That's a way of playing football. I don't actually think there's anything wrong with playing like that. I don't think there's anything wrong with playing that against teams like Man City. I actually think the way David Moyes sets up right now is perfect for your Cities, your Tottenhams, your Arsenals, people like that. I think it's perfect. I think it's 10,000% okay. Like, genuinely, I do. And even if we had a different manager in charge who was known for a more expansive attacking style of football, if they went, right, we need to batten down the hatches for this sort of game and play counter-attacking football, that's all good with me. My problem with David Moyes isn't how he sets up in this game. My problem with David Moyes is how he sets up against Newcastle the exact same way. My problem with David Moyes is the exact same way he sets up every single freaking time. Because he sets up the same way no matter who we face. And that's a bigger problem for me. I don't mind playing defensive, counter-attacking football against a side who are so evidently clearly better than us. That's totally fair. But I would prefer someone who, when we aren't facing those teams, will actually step to them. When we face a League One team in the Cup, doesn't play the exact same goddamn formation, doesn't do the exact same stuff. That's my problem with David Moyes. So when you talk about Brazilian football, all of this other nonsense, right? That's fair enough. I don't want the new James Bond, as you could put it. I just want someone who will actually look at the game and go, this is how we should play. Someone who has a bit more about them than to just do the exact same thing over and over again. Something who, when he brings in a player like Saïd Benrahma, who's one of the most informed players in the country last year, doesn't go, do you know what? You're not even going to make the matchday squad. Because when someone like Mikel Antonio, who's so vital to our formation right now, goes down injured, you put Filipe Yarmolenko on the right, all of a sudden what happens?
I will say, just to take away that quickly from that, like, just then we were on the counter attack, right? Bowen does well, we win the ball back, we're on the counter, and all of a sudden the pace in behind has just gone because Antonio's gone. Yarmolenko and Fornals are both just standing on the wings there. I mean, like I said, you don't have an outball anymore because he's off the pitch, and you've got one of the smallest men on the field now at striker, who's got no strength whatsoever. As soon as that counter attack was starting to take place for West Ham, Fornals and Yarmolenko were stood dead on the wings because they don't have the pace to get in behind. Like, I ain't a fan. I am not a fan. Yarmolenko, fair enough, should have come on maybe later on in the game, but anything other than Haller right now for me, yeah.
No, and that's fair. I do want to say again, I don't mind playing this style of football against the bigger and better teams. That's totally fair. If anything, I want us to do that. My problem with David Moyes isn't how he sets up against Manchester City. My problem with David Moyes is that he does the same goddamn nonsense against League One sides. that's when it becomes a problem. Why are we sitting and absorbing? We should be able to take it to teams like that. He has no plan B. He has plan A and that's it.
Says Brighton play better football than us? Lol. To be fair, mate, Graham Potter actually hasn't played very nice football and attacking football like that. Sebastian Haller is finally coming on for Jarrod Bowen at 68 minutes gone. It's 10 minutes too late, IMO, but hey, it's happened, and he's made a sub. He's made 2 subs. So he's actually, his first proper tactical change comes on in the 68th minute, which is wild. For
and I hope it works out. Again, I do want to stress this, because I will chat nonsense about David Moyes as much as the day is long. I want him to work out. I want him to be the guy you think he is, Jazz. I really desperately do. I want him to be the guy who we can finally build something around to really get going, really start to progress as a side. I really genuinely do. Like, I don't say this to cut him down. I criticize him after the fact because he's so consistently wrong at stuff. But I want him to be the guy who gets it right. I really genuinely do. Because
quickly,
you know what?
I don't mean to just interject. Just a couple of people asking. Boothammer 1. You're in the hole with betting. I feel for you, my guy. Hopefully you can come out the hole. Secondly, Rebecca White bowing off. I don't understand that. That is wild. Again, I would have probably taken Fornals off. He's been... I would have wanted the pace on the counter-attack, and I would have...
Can I actually say something good about David Moyes right now, specifically? Because he's done something good, so I want to praise him, just more specifically as Jazz here. He saw it wasn't working. He's made a change. Good times. He brought Yarmolenko on, right? And he moved Byrne to the centre. Now, the problem is he probably shouldn't have brought Yarmolenko on to begin with. But to give him the credit, he saw it wasn't working. He's brought on an outball. He's done the right thing. He's done the right thing there. Fair play to him. Fair play to him. What I will say is this, Jazz. He's not going to turn the club around. He had his opportunity in the window. And guess what? David Sullivan bought his signing. We didn't get Josh King. I even said it again.
Charlie, hang on.
No, wait. When you talk about...
Somebody's asked about his hamstring. Just quickly, Antonio's hamstring, it looks like it's gone. Potentially, he was holding it, and he's gone off. So, yeah. Sorry,
when you talk about not backing him, okay, I said we should have bought Josh King because it was his option. That was the correct thing to do. But this is further proof that he's not the guy we all want him to be. He's not going to change stuff because guess what? Syed Benrahma still came in for the majority of our transfer budget. The guy David Sullivan wanted, not the guy David Moyes wanted. I wanted us to go and spend the money on Josh King.
For that one, even though we probably shouldn't have done City in behind here. Sterling shifts it back onto his right foot, back over to Cancelo, to De Bruyne. Okay. Though, just quickly as well, again, Foshies, he says, Brighton have a footballing philosophy. They have Dan Ashworth as technical director and Graham Potter. Exactly. They are a well-run football club right now.
It's not about changing the club. It's not about changing the club. That's the point I'm trying to make. When everyone talks about David Moyes being this stability, he's not it. Because David Sullivan's still the one in charge. The only time he's ever been out of charge is when flipping Manuel Pellegrini came in. And that's because the guy was so good in David Sullivan's eyes, they couldn't say no to the guy. That's what I'm trying to say. We can talk about it till the day is long, but the fact is that it's the second David Sullivan is in charge. It's not fine. So in the meantime, while we still have this little weird midget running around the football club, I would, and I regret saying
right,
that.
Go. Look, counter-attack, go. Fornals, go.
I would prefer us to actually, have a good time instead of watching turgid football.
Turgid. Oh, there you go, Yarmolenko. Well done. He skipped around Cancelo. Shift it back onto his left. I mean, Haller's in the box, my G. Just float him across. See, this is again what annoys me about our players, right? When we bring Haller on, we've got a big lump in the box, and all of a sudden our players get the ball and just go, nah. As Borat Sagdiev would say, this football is turgid.
That was the Borat reference. Specifically, I said to Tom I would say it, so I have done.
This as Borat Sagdiev, Kazakhstan's third best journalist, would say, this football is a turgid. So Dave Ben says, so Moyes didn't want Benrahma and Sullivan did. Is this a fact or just speculation about speculation? No, that's a fact. Moyes didn't want Benrahma. Josh King was his preferred choice. David Sullivan. Let's say
this. King was his preferred choice. That I don't know if he doesn't want Benrahma.
No, he would obviously know that he improves the squad. But his option originally was he wanted Josh King. That is a fact. And there are reports, but it's pretty concrete that there was a slight disagreement between David Moyes and David Sullivan about whether or not they who they should sign, basically, whether it should be Ben Rama or Josh King.
Yeah.
So there you go. Last sub, attack or defend, Lanzini or Nobes. Lanzini for me. Has to be Lanzini for four
I'm going
nows.
to disappear in a second, just FYI.
I think it's got to be Lanzini for 4 nows. Leave the back 5 as it is.
I agree. I 10,000% agree.
Jazz, Charlie, you're contradicting yourself. So according to club ownership, Moyes is doing a good job then against Sullivan's interfering.
Shout out to Jazz. I'm going to back away from this conversation. Oh my god.
Oh, there it is.
I'm going to back out of this conversation.
As his subway arrives. No, I would say, right, just quickly, Jazz, as Charlie has backed out of the conversation, I will just say, like, it does feel a lot of the time, right, when someone praised Moyes, when we win, Jazz, you do approach West Ham Fan TV is Jazz still here telling everyone Moyes is Messiah and everyone else is wrong? Yeah. So what I would say is when Moyes wins, you're always first in the chat, and I respect you for that, right? I 100% I get that. When we lose, you're never in the chat, which again I 100% I respect that. When you holy shit, they've had 509 passes. That is mad. Like when somebody gives an opinion, and it's to bash David Moyes when we're doing well, your initial reaction is to get your back up and be like, "Whoa, how dare you!" But then you give your opinion as well. And I love you, Jazz. I fully respect you. I've got a lot of time for you. You know I do. I always love your passion, the fan cams, everything else. You know I do. As Charlie's just walking about large manoeuvres. You know I have time for you, and I respect your opinion the same as everybody else. And I get that. But you have to come from a place, and you have to understand that different fans will have different opinions on it. And fair enough, there is a way of trying to have a debate or a conversation, but it's like your initial reaction is to go like, you're wrong and here's why. Like, it's not to sit and actually debate it, it's to go, and this is why you're wrong for me. Which again, I'm fully behind your opinions, and everybody, I respect anybody that has an opinion about football. If you want to put it to me, you want to argue about it, fair enough. But the way that you put it across sometimes, it's like you are, whoever disagrees with you is wrong, and here's why. It's not like let's have a discussion about it. It's like you're wrong, and I think that's what just I don't agree with per se. But hey, anyway, quickly, what else do we have here? Moyes, Solskjaer, and Scott Parker in a sack race. Who is leading? Solskjaer is not in a sack race, but the Premier League would have to make you believe that he's in a sack race, which is just ridiculous. But if you actually look at his win percentage over the last few weeks, Solskjaer ain't in it. So I wouldn't get rid of Scott Parker and I wouldn't get rid of Moyes. I don't think any of them in a sack race right now. Bring on Lanzini, 4 nows for Lanzini. I 100% agree. Don't know why Bowen came off as well. That was a mad decision. Cybeats, I think you said that. Bowen should have stayed on. Again, yeah, the pace in behind. Don't understand why he's come off. 74% possession for City this half is, again, to be expected, wild. Yarmolenko is having a mare. He, again, just let the ball run out of play. No pace, but hey, what can I say? Charlie has returned. Is everyone aware that Gizmo and Otis in the Discord are beautiful? Listen, Gizmo is a boy. He is an absolute boy of the highest order. We are playing pinball in and around our box right now. City are camped at the edge of our box. Yeah, I think I'm caught up. There we go. Moyes is best off at Sunderland and Hull City. We're playing defensive football. Wins you points. Who's this coming on? Alexander Zinchenko is coming on for Man City. Interesting. El Clasico is today as well, I've just realised. We have 13 minutes though. We have 13 minutes to either hold on to a 1-1 draw or somehow nick a winner. 1-1 against Man City with over 10 minutes to go. This ain't so bad. No, and that's the thing. Literally it's not. Cancelo gets across the byline. Fabio Bueno sticks it behind. No, nobody's saying it's a bad thing, Dave. This is the thing. Nobody's saying that it's a bad thing. It's not at all a bad thing. But what it is like I said, as Kyle Walker comes off as Zinchenko, which is interesting, maybe because Walker played minutes for England, it is strange because I think it's just the in-game management. is what he does. That's all. That's all it is. It's not, like I said. It's not a bad thing. We played really well. We were the better team, IMO, in that first half. But it's just the tactic, like the way that he's like. It's just, tactically his in-game management hasn't been good enough in the second half. I would have brought Yarmolenko on earlier. Would not have taken Bowen off, and yeah. But in terms of the result, right now, brilliant. We'll celebrate at the end if we actually hold on to the draw, and that's of course. But like I said, it's for me, Moyes is always going to be on a tight leash, and I will still continue to be a dick about his in-game management, and that's just my opinion about it, and I will continue to do that. So, and the thing is, you can't sit and tell me that it's it's not something I've tried to do. I've just started doing it. It's been week in, week out at this point, so I will continue to make sure that I still do that. Anyway, enough about the Moyes slander.
Just want to say this as well. I'm not going to talk about Moyes, but I want to say something about Jazz. I love Jazz. We disagree on this topic, obviously, but Jazz is a guy, absolute don, big boy, doing big bits. I'd have nothing but respect for Jazz. You may disagree on Moyes, but I'll tell you what. Man has strong opinions about Curry, and I love that man. I love that man, regardless of how much we disagree on football philosophies. It's all right. It's all right. I had a bit of a moment there, Tom. I lost my keys, and the door was double locked, and so I was running about like a headless chicken. The guy's pressing the buzzer. I'm like, it's fine. I was thinking about Jazz the entire time. You know how it is.
Imagine Sullivan back in Moyes, that 40 million centre back you wanted, and Matty Cash, easy for Ancelotti when he's been back big time. Did you watch Matty Cash last night? He was absolutely dominated by Jack Harrison, and I fucking loved every second of it. Jack Harrison ruined him last night. He absolutely ruined him. Kevin De Bruyne is lining up here for what can only be described as a 30 metre just twattage, potentially. He's going to look to absolutely go up and down this. Fornals is just laying behind the wall, and thankfully Fabianski catches it. Sestoni of Bo says, you might have terrible opinions on football and life, Jazz, but you do like a curry, and I'm fine with that.
He doesn't have any opinions in life. He's just, we disagree on football. We disagree on football, but he's genuinely a super nice man. Me and Jazz, we speak many times on the boats. He's an absolute legend. Love the guy. Love the guy. We just disagree specifically on David Moyes. Everything else, though, he's a don.
Yeah, next week's going to be interesting because who have we got next week? It's Liverpool, right? This is we've got Liverpool next week, and the interesting thing for me now is going to be say, God forbid, Allaire now gets injured or gets COVID during the week, and all of a sudden Antonio is down for 6 weeks. By David Moyes' estimations, we're now playing Jarrod Bowen up front, which is wild. Okay, Fornals keeps it in. He's down by a little... Pablito, is he given a foul? Okay, we've got a free kick. Here we go. Cresswell lining up for a cross. We have got a free kick. Same sort of position as the other week, just a little bit further in. The same as the Spurs one. I would get Lanzini on soon. Jazz, I miss the boat rum sessions. Listen, everybody misses the boat.
We all do.
Clock is going so slow this half. Of course it is, because we're not playing as well as we were in the first half. And we're not bopping the ball about like we did. Look at Stuart Pearce. He's like, David, I'm telling you, make a sub. You fucking idiot. Okay, here we go. Cresswell, free kick, lines it up. Ball goes in. It's a good whip. Ogbonna. Oh, Masuaku, you're just... Masuaku, when you see this, Charlie, how does he have the ball on the string? I don't understand.
What, he's... Masuaku's control is just unreal. It really is.
Oh, so check. Are there? Handball. I can't believe when I look at Thomas Souček that me and him are the same age. It just, yeah.
I know, it's wild, isn't it?
I'm doing something wrong, guys. Oh, Alpha Masuaku, bloody hell, his footwork. Can we just appreciate that this is the first time ever at the London Stadium in I want to say maybe 5, 6, 7 matches against City in both Cup and Premier League, that we have taken Man City to the 82nd minute and are still in the game. We have entered new territory. We've entered the game. We've entered the final 10 minutes of the game, not losing by 4 or more goals.
Wow.
This is wild.
We're obviously-
Oh no, Masuaku, good defending, unbelievable. Masuaku, what a lad.
He's got his ball control is unreal, isn't it? It really, really is. Do you know what? I know this is a bit squeaky bum time at this point, but I don't want to say I'm confident we're holding out, but I still think we're. This is going to be a classic case of spoke too soon, but I still got a little bit of confidence here. I think we've got.
No. Okay, we're on the counter. Go, release. Okay, we are on the counter. We're on the counter. Go. Please tell me Fornals is onside. Please. Oh my God, Charlie's onside. He's 1-on-1. No, Fornals. Oh. Pablito.
You in the chat are very disappointed right now.
Yeah, I've just seen that. Pablo. That was just. I've been singing your praises when people saying that Fornals should be taken straight off. He's onside as well. Oh, he's cocked that one right up. He has cocked that right up. That's massive. I don't think we're going to get another chance like that, guys.
I'm about to see it now. How is he onside?
Trust me, he is. I've seen the replay. He's onside.
I'm not saying he's not. Difficult.
He's seen Tom with Ibrahim and Nian last night and gone, I know. I've been a staunch supporter of Pablo Fornals being in this team. And I don't think he should be dropped for Benrahma, but he cannot keep missing chances like that if he wants to stay in this team, I think.
The problem is the formation we play and his positioning means we're putting him in those positions, whereas realistically he should be the guy putting the people into those positions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's not. Sorry, go on.
No. My opinion is completely separate to football, and I want to get it in just before the last 5 minutes of this game and before you finish eating it. What is the Subway choice? Let the chat know. Let's talk about what you've got in as a Subway today, please. Explain.
It's a bold one.
We don't have food cam, but we do have the chance to.
We can at least discuss the Subway. So, what I've done is sometimes I go wild. I get the chicken thing. Sometimes I've gone for a slightly left field choice today, but it's something I always like, and I don't know why. It's we've got the ham and turkey breast thing.
Oh, Masuaku defending again. Oh my God.
Lettuce.
Oh
sweet corn,
no! Oh my God! Oh my God!
And
What
red
a
onion.
save by Fabianski! Oh, Lucas Fabianski. He's had a very good game today. He's had his stick. Love that, by the way, Charlie. In terms of Subway, he's had his doubters the last few weeks and whatnot. He's had a very good game today, and that's again. He comes out of his goal. He makes himself big. It looked like that Sterling was about to wrap it up there, and he tried to shift the ball back onto his right foot. Maybe took too heavy of a touch, but Fabianski comes out, command his goal well, and he has had a good game today. I will say that. Masuaku, by the way, just his defending again. he's been unreal for us this season.
The last 3 games specifically, the boy has been on it. Like the last 3 or 4 games, he's been like properly on it in a way I haven't seen him, I think, ever in the West Ham shirts.
Just 3.5 minutes of the 90 to go, and our backsides are planted in our own half. Rodri with a shot, and then we'll take that all day. Take your time. Do you know what? At this point, chat and Charlie and chat, I'm holding out here. I'm quite just shore up shop. Get the 1-1. Get the 1-1 draw. If we have to put a centre half on at this point and try and shore it up, I don't give a shit. Let's just shore up the point, because again, it's another point we didn't think that we were going to get this season. Especially if we can take 8 points from our first 6 games, that's wild for me. We're not even on that. Wait, are we? 3, 6, 7? Would that mean we're on 8 points?
I don't know, but a point here would be amazing.
A point here. We've never taken a point, let alone a win at the London Stadium against Man City. Like, that's how much they've dominated us here down the last few years.
I'd be very, very happy with one. Not very, very happy. I would be happy with one.
Okay, the flag's gone up. The flag's gone up. We're fine. It took a while. I have to get used to these new rules. my backside is puckered.
Yes,
for
a good
squeaky bum
goalkeeper.
time.
I'm just seeing the replay of the Fabianski thing. It was a good goalkeeper.
Commanded his goal well then. Oh, Man City, I tell you what, in terms of a group, they've got Marseille and Porto. They're just talking about thingy. They get to see Felipe Anderson and Dimitri Payet twice a year. Unreal.
Unreal scenes.
I'm V jealous. Oh dear.
Oh, I see why you were now.
8 points with a draw. Excellent.
Pretty happy with that.
Oh no, Sterling's in. Oh no, Ogbonna. Oh, Yarmolenko, my word, what is he doing? God, Yarmolenko, for fuck's sake. Fucking hell. Is he trying to give me a heart attack at this point? Yarmolenko has had an absolute shocker of a game. He's having an absolute shocker. Foden, he's coming through. Foden, he's got round 2. It's well defended by Cresswell and he's taken a foul. Well done. Well done. Unreal. Clock is dead. Only 88. No, it shouldn't be dead. It shouldn't be. It should be alright. Ref blow for full time. Yeah. If you can, like I said, there are 132 of you in here. If you could just try and like the video, pop us up over 100 likes on the day. Really appreciate it. Myself and Charlie really appreciate it. It takes 2 seconds. Love every single one of you that do that. So yes, if you can just chuck it up over 100 likes, makes it look like people actually enjoy the stream, because there's always people that have disliked it towards the end. Because they expect to come on here and tune in to actually see a full-blown live stream, and then they're met with me and Charlie.
The clickbait works. You can't deny it. The clickbait works.
So yeah, thank you so much to all of you that joined. Sorry, because we were a bit late today, for no fault of mine or Charlie's. Definitely not either of us. Definitely neither of us woke up late or anything. 3 minutes, Charlie. 3 minutes to hold on. 3 minutes. This will be a massive point. Massive point.
This will be a great point. Great point. It predicts a 2-2.
You did say 2-2.
Yeah.
Let's just all calm down. Just for 2 minutes. Let's just okay.
Pablo, beautiful piece of flick there. Halle could have controlled that better, to be fair, but
Fonda, well done guys. Enjoy the punditry. Hey, listen. It may not be good punditry, but it's Jazz.
But it does have food talk. So
90, 38 gone. Jazz, I will say the time is not perfect because A, there's a stream delay. B, you have to. The reason that we put the clock on there is so that people can
know where we're at.
But the idea is that that they can link or sync with us, if that makes sense. So they can sync with us.
I think, just to be clear, I do think Jazz was just counting down the time.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, Jazz.
But at the same time, those are those reasons, Jazz.
I'm sorry, Jazz. I'm so sorry. Yarmolenko is definitely playing as the imposter in Among Us right now. Fucking gas. Sus as...
Vent usage.
Yarmolenko, vent usage. Sus. Yarmolenko was an imposter.
An imposter.
Into the vent lock with Yi.
Out into space ye go.
Jazz, Tom is my new dad. He keeps telling me off, and don't you forget it, son. Waste time. Use the sub noise. There you go. That's it. That's what we're talking about. Use the sub now. Let's waste the time. Let's waste it. Foden has been awarded man of the match. Wouldn't have given it to him, but I would have probably given it to Declan Rice. But hey. Apriyadi BCM City win. We will see. We've got about a minute. It's potential. Pep Guardiola is drinking firmly from that cup. Hoddle man of the match is Foden. Yeah, I don't get that. I think it's Declan Rice in my opinion. Might have to nab that. What is that, Clips? What did we? Oh no! What? De Bruyne plays the ball across. Oh no. Oh, we've got 20 seconds to hold on, chat. We've got 20 seconds. We've got 20 seconds. Can we hold on, please? Don't make this a shirt coming off moment for all the wrong reasons. Oh, it's off the post. It's a corner for City. Fabianski again. Fabianski again. What an arm from Fabianski. That is unbelievable. As Bleacher Report have just ruined the game for me by saying that the game has ended 1-1. Thank the...
Do you know what? I will take that. I will take that.
Thank the Lord. The game has finished, ladies and gentlemen. Maisie is here to celebrate with me.
Do you know what? 1-1. We take that. We take that. We're happy with it.
Hang on, I'm being crowd surfed from behind. Hello. You come to say hello, have you, to the chat, have you? You've come to show them all my sock. Yeah? You come to show everyone my sock, have you?
Observe the sock.
Observe the sock. You've woken up from a daze to show everyone your sock, have you?
So what I will say is this, Tom.
Hello.
As Maisie is, what were your last words as Maisie gets going? As I just find the link for the chat.
Good girl. Who is your good girl?
Because we will of course be handing over in just a moment to Gonzo, who will be doing his live full match reaction over on the channel, which I will spam the link in a second.
Can we just appreciate not paying attention? She paused me. There you go.
Tom, final words. Final words. As much as we want to see it, final words.
Final words. Unbelievable performance. I'm pretty sure I'm going to watch that back. I've just poked her in the eye. I didn't mean to. Yeah, that was a great point. Absolutely great point. Literally, just, yeah, brilliant point. 7-8 points now after our first 6 games. Didn't expect that. Really pleased with the team. Didn't like the in-game subs from David Moyes. I think they could have been better. But hey, it's a point. We'll take the point. We go on to Liverpool next week where we try and end up getting something from that game. Would love to see Haller start next week. That is, yeah, and potentially Ben Rama for Fornals, but we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. So.
We'll see what happens when it comes to the Antonio injury. But thank you all for watching. Thank you all for joining. Thank you to Rebecca for being better than me at the beginning. I do genuinely really appreciate it. Shout out to everyone who's enjoyed it, and everyone who got involved in the chat. Subscribe, like if you're new around here, all of that good stuff. Gonzo is currently about to start the review. Here is the link in the chat. Click it, enjoy it, get involved. The phrase today
Thank you so
is much. Thank you for what a wonderful man. The phrase today is Tom. Turgid. We got turgid.
Oh,
turgid is the phrase. There you go. As a cheeky Borat reference, the phrase is turgid. Welcome everyone. Turgid. Turgid.
That's your phrase of the day. Turgid.
That's your phrase. Get involved, people. There you go. Here is the link. One more time. Go get involved with the chat. Thank you all for watching. We will see you next time. We'll see you for the next game. Farewell.